Alrighty. Hello there. Greetings, greetings. So, I may be a little sniffly, still getting over a little something, something. But, yeah, hello, greetings and salutations. Another lovely, lovely week, and I hope y'all was having the good days as always. Um, but yeah, yeah, let me just that. Alright, with that, got the crew here. We're gonna fire up, and yeah, maybe round them up. Alrighty. So, who can recall what happened last time?
That is a question. Who can recall? I cannot. Let's see what happened.
Whoa, everything is moving, and
She's
why?
usually Niavara's our memory, but she
What the
can't
heck?
talk that much.
Why
Now
is
we're
this
really
all
in
over the
trouble.
place? What the heck?
I'll give us a hint.
How did,
Give us a hint, love.
It's
How
so
about
go for it.
we were investigating
Close it. Yay.
the room, that specific building, and what we put together, we were finally able to
that was awkward.
reconstruct the sort of blocks, those building blocks, right? But
Oh, right.
I don't think that they continued to be scaly. There was like a scaly aspect to this architecture and stuff. And then nothing seemed to happen, I think, except that we finally exited the building and then saw maybe the outside of the building. It was kind of hard to, I think I understood where it sort of looked like it was the coils of a snake, like kind of
Boiling.
slithering away from us or something like that. And we went, okay, well, that's kind of interesting. And of course, Mr. Thatcher had returned to us from his little adventure and told us about what happened there. But then let's see, we wanted to go into a different building, and we went in there, and there wasn't a whole lot going on in that building, I believe, or nothing that we could really figure out. If somebody else can remember, then I could be wrong. But maybe we fill in the gaps, because what happened at the end was there was a mysterious force, maybe like these eyes that we had seen observing us intermittently was sort of like some sort of invisible serpent or an invisible dragon or something, and it caught hold of dear old Kozik and started pulling
Dear
him
old
away.
Kozik.
And then the team got together and were trying to pull me back and attack what was happening, and we didn't really have too much success. I was able to get free a little bit, but ultimately we heard, and I was captured again, dragged back, and we heard a voice saying to something, but a statement of like, bring me the dwarf, or like get the dwarf. Arr.
Right.
Oh, because I was holding up the I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with it, but I was holding up the dragonborn statue and saying hello to whatever presence was around, but it seems like they want the dwarf. And
Right, because someone else had the statue for a minute, but they were still going after you.
yeah, something like that.
Right. What do they want with
But
our
we
dwarf?
but we were still kind of in the struggle a little bit, I think, when we ended.
Yeah,
Familiar.
nothing else of note happened. Nothing. Promise.
Is that a question, or are you saying we're forgetting something?
I'm saying smiley face.
Oh, help, Nevar, help!
No.
I just wasn't here.
What am I not really not remembering? Oh, sweet.
I'm good. So once something's done, smiley face, I'm gonna have to call it. I'm so sorry. So, but don't worry about it. Smiley face, heart emoji.
No. Oh, poor Neomora.
I'll be muted most of the time that I'm here so that you're not just constantly hearing me.
Yeah. Won't you tell us what we're forgetting?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Great. I'm completely worried now.
Yeah, the relevant people remember. Don't worry.
Now we got that working. So we pretty much pick up where we left off. As everybody was attempting to flee. Oop. And Zed was catching glimpses of, some kind of creature in a weird phasing kind of situation, as one might say. But he was also running in the complete opposite direction to everybody else, thinking that he could kite
Oh, right.
whatever this thing is away, whatever it may be, as curiosity quickly turned into fear and a attempt at a swift departure. And we will start with, let's see what everybody's doing. What is everybody doing? Still fleeing?
Well, I remember trying to
You were trying to help me.
grab Kozik, and then okay, what happened? I remember trying to grab Kozik twice, and then how did I end up over with you trying to help you, Nevar? Can you remind me?
So, we were basically trying to kite it because shit was going on over here. Cause Zedrin went that way, but I had been falling behind. Remember, mostly.
Yes,
So you were coming back to try and help me.
that's right. Okay,
Um,
that sounds like sorry.
yeah, I went slightly too far over, trying to get towards Zedrin. And so I ended one turn ahead during it was turn order basically, like we were using combat encounter rules.
Hmm.
And that's why you were slightly behind trying to help out.
Okay,
Because like
thank
I
you.
said, I had fallen behind.
So I'll just start with Kozik. I'll just go from left to right of the map orientation. So Kozik, you're still trying to skedoodle.
Yeah. Yes, I guess so. Okay, we're all the way at the edge. Um, yeah, I was trying to run away, and I'd already used some of my special Misty Step powers to try to do that. But yeah, I guess I'm still trying to. If other people are trying to flee, I'm going with them.
Well, right now you're ahead. So,
Well, I'm gonna keep going then.
all right. So another 60 feet further off grid.
Sure. And then I'll stop and look back and see what other people are doing. I'm not trying to like run away headlong or whatever with my hands in the air, but
And Zed's trying to distract it, right? Trying to get it to follow him.
Yeah, basically. Kind of realizing that it's not working in this moment.
All right. So Kozik's dipping. And Veldrin. Last you remember, you
We,
were making glue.
yeah,
Oh, right, yeah,
Now
yeah.
everybody's running away.
running away from what?
Who knows?
They was trying to grab Kozik.
Remember the eyes?
Veldrin does not. Veldrin remembers making glue.
No, from 2 sessions ago. There were the eyes that everyone was talking about, the presence. So there was a presence whenever, like, when you entered the area, it was like hunting us, but like we couldn't quite see it.
I guess Veldrin would have been in the room when Zed uh, came in and mentioned what he had seen as well, or experienced, I guess. Um, I think everyone was kind of trying to piece things together and glue this block together. And Zed was outside just kind of keeping watch and ended up out of the corner of his eye, just for a split second it was there and then it was gone, was a draconic footprint that was roughly the size of him, of Zed.
The footprint was.
Yeah. And so he came inside and while everyone was kind of talking, just kind of interrupted, and he did a minor illusion of that same footprint on the floor of the room that we were in, and was like, something outside is making that and is moving so quickly that it's causing like gusts of wind but can't be seen. And so we were all just kind of like, huh, well, we should probably get out of here. And about that time, all sources of light, including magical, were snuffed out, and Kozik was grabbed. So to catch Veldrin up to basically why we were all running.
And we were outside at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
uh, Cubed. I believe that I was given a charge of entangle that I could use.
Yep.
Veldrin's gonna try and locate this thing because it's making footprints and disturbing grass, so he could probably predict where it's gonna go.
What? Say that again?
Allegedly. Not that there's much grass as you are in a cave. It's mostly
Or,
disturbing
well, is
dirt
making
and dust.
wind. Yeah. So, like, there would be things to identify its movement by. Should I roll for that?
So give me a perception.
Damn it.
With all the commotion, all the footprints and disturbed dirt and soil and wind as people are running past you, you are unable to locate the entity that they speak of. Everything is happening so very quickly.
And when Kozik ran off of the map into the cave, is he running deeper into the cave or is he running into like a hall?
Well, you're in a big wide open area, so it would be in a direction.
The direction we were intending to go was basically back toward the wagon.
Okay. What is it? Like a is it like a tunnel in the cave or it's just
Oh
more
no,
open space,
this is a
correct?
huge cave.
Okay.
Massive, cavernous.
No choke points. Ah. He will continue off in the same direction as Kozik.
So we'll see. Let me put this down here. 60 feet. Okie dokie. And then sorry.
Do we have an idea? Can we hear this creature at all? It is the last time we saw it, Kozik got away from it, or has it started moving towards Zed? Like, do we have any idea of that right now?
That's what I
Mm,
tried to identify last turn.
nope.
So
Oh, that's what your perception check was about.
Yeah.
if I remember correctly from last session, when Zed ran off, he noticed Kozik was able to get away a couple times because of Misty Step, which is like a teleport
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Zed has a something similar, but he's more like slipping into the shadows. And when he did that, he could actually see this creature just for a split second.
Ah,
Um, so he could see that it was still focused on Kozik, even though he was running
and
off in this
wasn't
direction,
following you.
kind of waving this thing around.
Right.
Couldn't tell. It didn't seem like it was following him. Um, and so he like I think he tested it again, and at that point, he did it once and couldn't see it, and then did it again, and at that point, it seemed as though, if I remember correctly, that it was still focused on Kozik. Um, and so it was in kind of in that moment, Zed's realizing he doesn't think he has this thing's attention, and it's probably best for him to kind of circle back around. But if I recall correctly, I believe that was the last sort of perception we had of this creature. And then there was also something else, but I'm not going to spoil it either.
Okay. And had Sari caught up with Niavara before we ended?
We are where we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's still trying to get after Kozik, and all the danger that we're all in has to do with the fact that this thing wants Kozik. So if Sari, Okay, I've got a plan here. Ari is going to. Oh wait, I don't think it's this. I think it's. Excuse me a minute, just trying to find something. There it is. It's a feature. I am calling my faithful steed, my winged Pegasus, and she arrives beside me, and I jump up onto her and fly over to Kozik, grab him by the scruff of the neck, pull him up behind me, and take off into the heights of the cavern to get him off the ground and out of harm's way, and thereby hoping to get everybody out of harm's way.
Okay, that is the intended course. Now let's see how things play out. First,
If
give
she
me
can do it, I mean, I'm into it, but we'll see.
an Arcana check, please.
Arcana check, okay.
Are we in initiative or just turn order?
I am moving from left to right of the board.
Okay.
And why do I need an Arcana check?
Who knows?
Right, let's see. Oh wow, that's pretty good for only having an extra one on it.
Yep. So your spell goes off without a hitch.
Hmm. Okay, good.
As you kind of feel the winds of magic in this area seem very off.
Say that again, Cube.
I'm
The
just saying that
magic in the
the
wind.
winds of magic feel very off, but you were fine.
Okay, things feel off, but I'm fine.
You,
And like I said, I hop on and fly over to Kozik and grab him and put him on behind me, and then try and go up into the air and see if I can get any kind of
The steed
perspective,
is
because I've got dark vision, but probably not going to tell me anymore. I haven't been able to see the creature, so I'm not going to probably be able to see him. But I'm hoping that that will
so
make the others safer as well as Kozik.
the steed. What is the speed of it?
Hmm. What does it say? I don't see
Let's see. The
that.
steed resembles a large rideable animal of your choice, such as a horse, camel, direwolf, or an elk. When you cast spell, use its type, celestial, fate, or fiend. Then there's
Where are
combat,
you looking?
hit points,
How come I can't?
details.
I don't have.
Oh, faithful steed. Okay, hold on. That is slightly different.
Yeah, I'm not seeing all of that either.
Faith steed. Oh, it's considered. Okay, I see. The spell's called Faithful Steed, but it uses Fine Steed. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, you always have the find steed spell prepared. Now you get to use it once without using spell slot, right? Description, where's action? I'm not understanding. It doesn't talk about numbers.
so I guess technically you're not even allowed. It can't be a Pegasus, but we've been rolling with it, so I'm just allowing it because
Oh,
it
why can't
says
it be?
the steed resembles a large rideable animal of your choice, such as a horse, camel, a direwolf, or an elk.
Such as, right?
Yeah, Pegasus is none
It's
of
not
those.
limiting it to that. No, but
Yes.
it's not limiting it to that.
I know.
It just says
It's
such
okay.
as.
It's okay. I already
Okay, thank
said
you.
you're fine.
All right,
It's okay.
you did, but I was just arguing the point. Sorry.
It's okay. It's a fine amount in combat.
But regardless of what it is, it really doesn't tell us like how far it can. Oh, fine steed. That's what you're saying. So we have to look at fine steed to see how much. There it is, fine steed. Okay. 30 feet. Wait, duration instantaneous.
Well, the range of it's 30 feet, so you can summon it
Yeah, I
within
think that's
30
the
feet
range of
of
the
you.
spell.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I know it from before when we were in the like the massive treasure room.
Duration.
Right.
I remember it had a flight speed, and I'm trying to remember if it was 40 or 60. 'Cause I remember it was more than 30, because that was the whole point of you using it.
Right.
Let's see.
Let's
60,
see,
I think, is
maybe
what we
here.
had it at.
I think that's sounded right to me. Yeah.
Like that's how far it can go in one turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds good. I mean, it is a flying horse, but 60 gets us 60 feet in the air gets Kozak out of danger. Hopefully, this dragon does not have wings or whatever it is that's chasing us.
Well, from where you are to Kozak, Kozak is far, so it'll take you 2 turns to get to Kozak. Because
Oh,
Kozak is already 60 feet off the map. That's why that 60 is above his head.
okay, I'm on my
So
way to Kozak
he's
then.
100 feet away from you at this point.
Okay, okay. Wow, okay. Don't you think the steed ought to have 120 feet?
Can
That's what I think.
a mount
Well,
Come
I
on,
dash?
you
mean, if
steed.
if your steed, well, understand this. If you would like that to be the case, understand
Mm-hmm.
that if your steed can have 120 feet, that means every steed that my bad guys have can have that potential as well.
Oh,
Just
let's just
understand
leave
that.
it where it is. Let's
Can
just
they
leave it where it is.
can they
So I'm
dash?
on my way. I'm on
Yeah,
my
they could
way to
dash.
Kozak.
So you could, if you dashed, you could get there in your turn, because you could go 120.
What does that mean, dashed? I don't know what you're saying.
Dashing is using an action to double your movement. So the reason that's how
I've
Kozak
not
just
heard of
ran
this
60
before.
feet instead of 30.
Oh, is it an action or is it a?
Typically, yeah.
How have I not heard
So
of this
So
before? So I just
you move normally. That's your movement, and then you downgrade your
okay.
action to move again. You're giving up
I'm
your
not
action
understanding
to
what you
move
mean
twice.
downgrade my action. I'm not
you're
getting
just
it.
using your action to give yourself extra movement and foregoing being able to do anything else with your action.
Oh,
No
okay.
combat, no like I
I
get out
see.
my pack and stuff. It's
Yeah.
just like you can
Gotcha.
move twice as much. Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
because calling the steed is its own thing, and I'm not using an action to do that because it's a feature.
Yes, that is true. That's a good point. You for
It's
your
a
action
feat.
economy, I think you're still technically casting a spell, but just not using a spell slot, which would be an action.
Yeah, so you'd only be able to move once, basically.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Because
confuse that. I didn't
this
think
is
about that.
considered, because that would still be considered like a magic action, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's a feature.
Yep. So a feature doesn't necessarily make things free in the action economy. There's still a
Okay.
certain amount of time and effort and energy that's put into executing the thing.
Okay. You can call on the aid of another voice creature. Okay. Okay, so I can only move 30 feet. I can't double it, you're saying.
Well, you can move 60 because the creature moves 60.
Okay, that's right. So I move 60, which still puts me 40 behind Kozak in the end.
Yep.
Okay, so basically Sari's on her way to Kozak. 40 feet behind. Kozak, slow down, come back my way.
All right, I see you because I did indicate that I kind of went 60 feet and then turned around and looked and see where everyone was.
Right,
So
right, right.
I see her come in and I'm like, what? All right, and I kind of throw my hands up and go, ah.
Alrighty. Niavara, what's Niavara doing? Everybody's dipping.
Well, of course, Neovar is going to be trying to get after specifically the rest of them. She's going to be making a pretty quick beeline out. She's going to take a dash action to get up to Kozak.
Oh wow, you have that much.
I think so. Oh wait, I can't get that far. I can get there and then an additional 20 feet.
So let's see. So from where you are and then 20 after that.
Mhm.
So that would put you
You got this. I see
Away
that
from
30.
Kozak,
put you
right?
here, and then basically
You got
20 feet off the
60.
board. You said
Yeah.
20 feet. I'll add.
You have you have 30 feet, so you get to go 60. Is that it?
You go twice as much if you dash.
So you're just right. You're right next to me then.
20.
Well, technically, yeah.
So we're still 40 feet behind both. Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
poor Zed is over there by himself.
Zedrin will be fine. He's like a very capable man.
He is.
Very good rogue.
Yep. So what's Zed doing? Oh wait.
Um,
Since you're the. Oh yeah. Go ahead. That's at the
what's
end
up?
of. Nope. Nope. Go ahead.
Um,
That triggers at
who's
the end of the round.
kind of taking a second, seeing that everyone's making their way together, off in what I believe to be the right direction. He's kind of standing here for a moment, and it's just, I guess, oddly calm and quiet because his last glimpse, he didn't believe that this thing was chasing him. So he's waiting for a moment. He's almost just sitting here for a couple beats just to see if he just gets grabbed out of nowhere. And he's gonna quickly look over this statue. I think we've done this before, but is there any markings or writings or etchings like on the bottom of it, around the bottom? Maybe a rune or something somewhere.
Nope. No new information has been gleaned since before.
Okay. So he's gonna tuck this into his coat, into one of the inside pockets. And he's gonna kind of continue to run south. And he's gonna unsheath his short sword just like halfway. Is it still not making any light?
Are you unsheathing the sword first?
It's like he would start to like, but yeah, let's just say sure.
Then no. You unsheath the sword, and it is still masked in the veil of darkness.
Okay, so he's gonna continue to move south, but he's gonna like just take a few steps at first, and he's looking around. He's trying to keep an eye on the group, and every once in a while he's just kind of looking down at the blade to see if it sparks on, if maybe he gets out of range of whatever's going on.
And how far are you going?
He will. So my thought process is he's taking a few steps off in that direction. He's eyeing it. He's making sure that everyone's together and running away, but he doesn't want to get too far split up. So, in an attempt to get more eyes potentially on this creature, he is gonna blink or like shadow step basically, so that 30 feet, and he's gonna still be going south, off in that direction.
So total distance.
He's not gonna run yet. He's not gonna use his full movement. He's just gonna blink. I'm trying to get eyes on this thing to decide where I'm running next. Is why I'm not. That's why I'm being vague and not telling you exactly where I'm going, because I'm not sure yet.
Then give me a perception check.
Okay.
I'm just trying to calculate, plug the number in of distances. Yep, so for but a moment, you definitely spot something caked in shadow, and it seems to not be paying much attention to you, as its focus is still in the direction of where everybody else is fleeing. But it itself, just based on like the momentary blink of vision that you've been able to have, almost sonar pulse, it's not moving towards anybody. It's not pursuing. It seems like it's
Just
standing, posturing, or some kind of
just
postured
watching.
stance.
Okay.
It seems to be
Okay, cool.
waiting for something, if anything.
All right. So with that being said, he would be 30 more feet away. Would his sword be giving off any light now?
Okay, so what's your total distance?
He went 30 feet from
30, 60.
south, from where he just blinked 30 feet south.
So basically 60 feet off board.
He'd just be 30 feet.
Oh,
Like he's
30?
only gone that 30.
Then there's still dark.
Still nothing. Okay. Then he's gonna use full movement at this point. So 60 feet to, kind of like I was saying, start heading back in the direction to try and catch up with the rest of the group. So at this point,
Still dark.
yeah. I mean, seems like he's you know what? I think he can still see the group. Hopefully, maybe not because of distance wise, but I I think he wants to see the distance to see if his sword will light back up again. So I guess, yeah. Can you, if he goes 60 feet south?
South, south according to the
Yeah,
page here.
Stage
I'm
south.
just, yeah.
Why aren't you heading towards the group though?
You'll figure it out.
At this point, he's got a lot of things on his mind. Yeah.
Okay.
So at 60, does it light up?
60, it does not.
And if he goes a full 90, does it start to? Is he getting anything?
It starts to, the illumination begins to peak.
Okay. He's gonna keep that in his head, especially from where he already was, because
He's
I think
90.
roughly it was like, yeah, okay.
Why is it doubling the number? What the heck?
So he's gonna sheath it, seeing that it kind of like started to flicker back on. He's gonna sheath it and turn his attention and direction back toward the rest of the group.
There we go.
But he's a ways away now.
Which once you're getting that far, you're not able to see them.
I didn't think so. Yeah, that's cool. He's gonna attempt to backtrack to the wagon, since that was where we were all, I guess, intending to go, and hope that he runs into everybody. Might just
Okay.
lose Zed forever.
No.
Alrighty. So, back to the left from right. So Kozik, technically you are the furthest. So are you just waiting for everybody to catch up at 60 feet off board?
Yeah, I don't really want to go back towards where I perceive the danger to, but I guess I do see that Sari is coming my way pretty fast, so I'll hold tight here.
You're still too far away. Well, okay.
Alrighty.
I don't want to
You
go.
can
I
go
don't
back.
want to go
Go
back
back
towards
10
the
feet.
danger.
Like 10 feet. That's all I need is 10 feet from you.
Well, you'll have to run for it.
All right.
So Niavara, as you are technically got deleted.
Well, I would technically be closer because I went before she did and we ran the same amount.
Yeah, we did. Sorry, can go first if you want.
That's fine.
I guess I have to do the dash thing again to be able to catch up with Kozik.
Yeah.
So I'm 40 feet from him. So
So
I'm gonna,
you're 40 feet behind him, and your steed moves 60.
that's right. I thought my steed was, I'm sorry, my head's at 30. My steed moves 60, right. So I fly up to Kozik um, and like I say, I just grab him and throw him up on the on the steed behind me.
I
And
cooperate with that.
and then we go off up into the air
Okay.
for 20 more feet.
Roll me a D100, please, as you are up in the air, in the
Okay.
darkness, in a cave you've never explored. Okay.
Mm.
Continue.
Okay, so I'm saying, I'm not too far up because there's, oh gosh darn it. Heights or might. Tights or mites. Which ones come down from the ceiling?
Tights.
Stalactites, stalagmite, tights do. Yeah. So I'm trying not to go too high because I don't know about any stalactites hanging down, but I'm up high enough to avoid whatever's after Kozik, I think, because I don't know if it can fly. And I'm kind of just circling around the crew, but also trying to figure out how I can help Zed. So that's where I leave it, I guess.
Okay. Just gonna put that 5 in the back pocket. Alrighty.
Uh-oh.
Niavara. You
So
saw Sari swoop down and grab Kozik.
yeah, and that's annoying that they're able to fly and I'm not.
Yeah, that sucks. I wish I could carry you all.
Yeah, I wish. So, seeing that Neovar is going to sort of run the 30 feet that way, like closer to them in space, underneath. And she's gonna look up at them. How high are they up? Like 20, you said?
Yeah, maybe 20 feet. Because it's a huge cavern, right?
Yep.
Dude?
Oh, you got plenty
Yeah.
of space.
It's a
Okay.
huge, huge cavern. Lots of stuff.
So Niavara, you just kind of run beneath where they are.
Yeah.
And is Veldrin around? Are you guys close?
Um,
He was by Kozik.
Okay, so we're all in the same area.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, I was by Kozik.
Oh, okay. So Neovar was still. So she's running to catch up with you, though, because she said she went towards where we all are. And I went 20 feet up, and you were around Kozik. So
yeah,
Neovar, did you
she's
run
going
towards?
to try and get a little sneakier, you know, if this is where we're making our stand, if
Ooh.
this is where we're hiding, then, well, get down to the ground. Be quiet about it. Eyes up above to keep track of. Sorry, in Kozik.
Is this like the direction to the wagon?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Because we don't want to run to the wagon and bring whatever's chasing us with us to the wagon because there's more people there for it to
Well, technically speaking,
hurt, right?
there's the kobold village in between, so you
Uh-huh.
know, there's time.
There's time.
There's time.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
that's her turn.
All right. So Veldrin, what's Veldrin doing?
I don't really know. What is there to do?
Well, I mean, sounds like people might want to reconvene at the wagon. People want to take flight. Seemed like the consensus was getting away from here. So, myriad of options. Zed's nowhere to be seen.
Um, I guess I'll keep going towards the wagon.
And do you have any light sources?
I can turn into a light source. But also I have 120 feet of dark vision.
Correct. But keeping in mind dark vision, you still have. I forgot to have. Damn it. Uh, that's a rule I gotta get used to. So if you don't have light, even if you have dark vision, specifically perception checks are at disadvantage.
Okay.
So that's why they
That's
try to
weird.
emphasize light. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
it doesn't
I
affect
feel
your
like
attack
that's weird for a
rolls.
drow. Does
Um,
drow grow up in caves under the ground?
yeah, but I think it's just a matter of how the light is interpreted through the eye sockets, the eye holes, because it doesn't distinguish things from there's no color. So it's kind of, if there's a shadow, it's much harder to see when there's no light, right? Because there's no light. So I could see how certain objects would be much more difficult to distinguish if there is no light to bounce off of to interpret certain things in darkness. So I could see. I think they also wanted to make it so dark vision is not a solution to being in the dark. Just, oh, we have dark vision. We don't need light. Is just something that
Uh-huh.
nobody nobody ever has to
Right. It's
worry
like
about anymore.
what color is that sigil that we see in the total darkness? And it's like, well, it's dark vision. Is it blue, red, green? We can't tell.
Right. You still need light. Yeah.
And it doesn't make, like, if you do attack rolls and stuff, that's not effect. It's just specifically perception. Because you could still see a thing you want to attack. You can still see the outlines of it. It's just certain contrasts are not visible without a source of light to, have the light bounce off of surfaces.
That makes sense.
But living underground just makes it so you could see even further. So I think that's the emphasis on, like, you've lived underground your whole life. So you just get to see even more. You get to see twice as far as anybody else, basically.
Hmm.
So imagine, like, most people can see, let's see, it's usually what, 30 feet, 60 feet? Usually 60 feet. just thinking of it like looking down a football field, right? It's like some people can only see down the field, maybe a quarter of the field. You can see half the field. That's huge.
Right.
Even though that's not the actual freedom units, but whatever. This is just a example. Anyway, what's Belgium doing? You're heading back to the cart?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now, specifically asking light sources, because if anybody had light, it would not be illuminated. Zed, as we move to the right, still heading to the cart. Now you do now have a light source, so people in the cave who have a height advantage can see a kind of a little bit of light off in the distance moving towards the cart.
Okay.
Is looking at minor illusion. I guess minor illusion has a one of the things you can do is make a sound, but that sound is limited to the spell's range. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Like thaumaturgy or something. Yeah, at this point, so he's got his sword out, and he's going to be trying to head back to um at least catch up with the group. And he'll start to run. He's going to end up moving his full distance, or full movement, but he'll also like shadow step again and still see if that creature looks like it's stationary.
Hmm.
Give me a perception. Only while he is mid-blink.
Ready? That's not as good.
Are you
No, it's
dashing,
not.
Zed?
Yeah, he's using his full movement.
Oh, if you're
So
using
he,
your full
he can
movement, then you wouldn't have been able to do perception anyway, technically. Technically.
well,
But
yeah,
this is sort of
true.
in
I mean,
passing.
I was just I was just going off of that same mechanic that you were kind of giving me a freebie anytime I was shadow stepping, but I get what you mean. Yeah, he'll go full movement, whatever that means.
Technically. So 90 towards the group.
Yep.
So you're heading back towards the group.
Yeah,
Technically.
he's trying to catch up to the group.
Alright. So if you're heading back towards the group, the light from your sword starts to flicker out and become enwrapped, encased in darkness once again.
What's the light on your sword? Is it like sting? Like you can tell when there's
Yeah,
something? Okay.
it's almost exactly what I picture it as. It's just always on, unless this sort of thing happens.
So you're pretty sure Zed's sending you some kind of SOS signal, something in Morse code. I mean, his sword keeps going on and off, so maybe he's trying to do some kind of thieves' cant towards you. You're not sure. So 90 feet. He's 90 that way. Then he's gonna be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 60, let's start 60 and
I'm
then we'll do
assuming
plus
by
30.
the next turn, he's slowly closing distance on everybody. He's basically going 30
This number
feet
needs to be different now.
further each turn. So
I can't change.
eventually, I guess his plan would be if he got close enough to kind of try and holler out at everybody.
Okay.
But narratively, it's like I don't know if you want to, if
That's
anyone
fine.
else wants to do something, or we could just skip to that. I don't know. If we're all just going to be running.
So if you guys have kind of reconvened, then you could do whatever you want out of order.
So you probably hear Zed like catching up and hollering out to like slow down, and he's got his sword out. I don't know if by this point I guess we'll just say that the light's still out. Kind of like lean over, and he's huffing a little bit. He's just like, oh, I've done a lot of running today. Oh, okay, so um it's not moving really. It's not. I don't believe it's chasing us. And if we get far enough away, we're able to use our light again. And he's gonna hold up his sword that isn't illuminated. I believe that we got to be at least 100 feet or so. But
Can you point out where it is?
it's just gonna point back basically into darkness, kind of where the ruins are. Um, it was just, it was kind of just standing like right outside those ruins, almost kind of like the last place that it had Kozik. It just seemed like it was standing and staring rather than pursuing.
Oh, it's probably protecting something.
Right. That's interesting, right. I wonder what it was
And
after Kozik though. I mean, it seemed really after him. I'm kind of
yeah, it didn't seem to
swooping
care
around
about
in a
this.
circle above everybody.
It didn't seem to care about this at all. And he's gonna pull the statue out, the little statuette. Um, and he'll like, I guess if you guys are up in the air, he'll like extend it up back to Kozik to hand it back to him. Oh, he didn't really pay me much mind at all, mate. It was just staring at you.
Well, no problem. I'll I'll take that back, and I reach down from the hind end of the horse and take it.
So at first, when we were all talking about, snakes and reptiles and whatnot, Tio popped in my head. But it dawned on me that creature was pretty much enveloped in darkness. And Zed's gonna kind of like glance, like look up to Kozik. And your lady's the queen of that, ain't she?
Well, in a sense, I'm symbolically, yes, I guess. I'm kind of shouting.
You think that had anything to do with her?
Sorry's gonna land and just stand in the circle. We're down on the ground now, but we're still on the horse, just in case.
Well, there may be something in that, Mr. Thatcher. I do believe I heard some ghastly voice saying that they needed the dwarf, and I kind of look around and I'm like, That's me right now." So yeah, it could very well be connected with, I don't know, my connection to the Dark Lady, but maybe not. Why here? Why this cave?
I don't know, and I didn't notice any other, unless you all saw something in those rooms. There was there. I didn't see any markings or anything that would lead any connection to anything really.
True enough. And I mean, it seems as though recently we've been up to our mustaches in dragon lore and draconic things. I don't know. Nothing having to do with the Fae, really, though. Hmm.
Said, did you get a look at what it looks like?
It's like looking at an. It was definitely draconic. I couldn't tell if like details. I could see it had a big giant maw and big old feet. and like just kind of the tips of claws, but I couldn't really see how big it was or what creature it was. It was like seeing an outline in a shadow. It
Right.
was
Did you notice if it has any wings?
ah, I couldn't see.
Right. Right.
I'd be whatever it is. I don't think it's moving all that naturally. I believe it's
Huh.
very fast, almost again like it was creating gusts of wind as it was passing the doorway.
Very strange. I wonder. Although I feel as though I know what he might say, does little one have a perspective on this? Did he see anything?
I I hope not. Little
Well,
one
of
should be
course.
back of the cart.
Oh, is that right? I thought he was flying around here somewhere. Oh, my mistake. Well, that's good. I hope they hasn't encountered this creature.
But I'm wondering when you say gusts of wind, if it might be that it does have wings.
It's
Or
possible. But I noticed it also was not making any noise. Not just that it's quiet. It was
oh,
silence.
wow.
It could be stalking us right now. Hmm. Or not.
The last I saw of it didn't seem like it was moving, but it was watching.
Was it affected by the light like the other creatures that we were chasing away with the light? I wonder.
I think it was affecting the light.
All right, everything went dark, right? So if we turned our lights on bright to keep it away, he might just turn it off again.
I
I was just wondering if light would, help us or not.
That's right. There was an unnatural darkness, wasn't there?
Yeah, like all our lights got snuffed out and like my sword didn't even work and I'm wondering there were a couple other ruins and other things that we could rebuild. I'm wondering if whatever that is bound to that place. And the first room that we put back together when we saw those scales sort of slide away or uncoil was, you know, first lock per se.
Hmm.
That might
Right.
be why it's not chasing us right now, and I don't know why it would be after Kozik, but
I mean, in a way, it might be guarding its turf there, but right, why cozy? I mean, it had every reason to follow you, but it didn't even. Hmm. Maybe it's content that we've gone away now.
Maybe.
there's a chance of that, yeah. It could just be, well, but it's odd because we rebuilt the place. We weren't, you'd think if it was protecting something that it wouldn't run off people that were trying to help.
Maybe we're
It
doing the
might
wrong
not have
thing.
What's that,
Might be
Nevar?
doing the wrong thing.
Hmm.
Who knows?
Right, it
Like you
might not
said,
have interpreted our actions in that way. Maybe you didn't see it as help.
well, it was destroyed before we got there. Maybe it
I
preferred a
I
better.
was I was definitely feeling a malevolent force that was squeezing me and dragging me away. So I don't know if there's anything that we did that could assuage, make it angry or assuage its anger either. But well,
No.
from this vantage point, should we? I don't know. We can go back. We can approach this thing again. or we can just go back to the cart. I don't know how many more secrets this little this village holds, but it seems pretty dangerous to me.
What would you think about going back? Like, like you bring it up, so what's on your mind, Kozik?
Well, I mean, there's obviously still we came here to explore this zone. There's still secrets here. Maybe if we approach this thing with intent, we can destroy it or evade it. But maybe it's beyond our power.
Doesn't sound much like, Lord Deep Shaft opinion there to give up so easily.
When it grabbed you, did it hurt you, or was it just pulling you in a direction?
I remain unwounded now that you mention it.
For a creature that large, if it wanted to eat you, it probably would have just done it.
Mm-hmm. It
I,
wants you
it
for
must,
some reason. Why?
that my sentiments exactly.
Now my curiosity is starting to peak.
Yeah, right?
But I've got to say though, I feel like I want to check on our friends anyway. I mean, um, I did notice when I was up above a light coming over from there, and before Zed had said that I think it was Zed that they had enclosed themselves like in a wall. But when I was up above, I saw an actual light coming, and I think we ought to go check on our friends and make sure they're all right. I mean, we can come back if that's what you want to do, but I'm thinking we should go check on them. We've been gone a bit of time.
On
I
your steed, can't you just duck? Can you not speed over there and check on our
I
friends?
I had just
Well, that's a
checked, by the
great
way. That's
idea. Oh,
when
you
I
did just check.
when I had well, that's when I ran off and had
Right,
gotten
but
back.
now I'm
Well,
seeing a light. That's what I'm saying. Now, since you got back and you just
oh,
saw
see,
a
that was
wall.
me. The light you saw was Zed.
Hmm.
Oh, it was. Okay,
Yeah,
because
Cube was saying you're getting some
Cube was
sort of
saying,
like weird SOS in the distance because that was Zed's sword flickering on and off because he was at the edge of the
okay,
barrier, and so that's when he
okay.
came back. That's why he was saying like, if you go this far away, your light will start to work and stuff.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, that was
But
you, the light that I was seeing then. All right, all right.
well, in in character, Zed agrees though. He wants to get back um to the wagon. He just Sorry also made a point, and he's been chased by other stuff already in heading back. So I guess I could just say it in character. I I do think getting back to the wagon's a good idea, but I think personally, if we get back to the wagon, we should be ready to go. Because going back and forth is just going to be drawing more attention to what we don't want to be found.
Yeah, it's also like
So
we
if
keep
we got
going.
anything else that we want to do,
We should do it
And
now.
um,
honestly, like this was just a detour we had to take on our way to where we're going.
right.
So maybe we've just played around enough here and we can get going.
I believe whatever Marlin and Temporalis have put together, especially Little One with his newfound courage. When I was over there, I got the sense that they're safe, but I would be inclined if we go back over there, then we should probably just keep going, keep moving. Um, but if we want to see what else might be in store, um, I'm fine with that as well.
We find ourselves at an inflection point, and yes, I maybe certainly against my better judgment, I feel like we might want to go back and try to find out some more about what's going on.
Well, I just have to say, sir, that's just such a surprise because you were the one that it had in its clutches. Twice you escaped it, and you want to rock right back into its maw. I don't
Well,
know
if
what
we
to
can
think of you
confront
right
it,
now.
if we can confront it as a team, we might have a chance.
And also, it's speaking of, because sorry, exactly. My thought was, this thing is this thing's large enough to probably eat one of us in one bite. And if it wanted to, we can't see it. It definitely had the jump on us, and all it did was just grab Kozik. He said it didn't hurt him at all, and so for whatever reason, that's curious to me. Now granted, I seems kind of obvious that its attention's on you, Kozik. So, if you're willing to go see what that's all about, then yeah, I'll follow you.
But the only way we know what its intentions are by its actions. So it's just going to depend what it does and what happens. And it feels a little all iffy to me. But like I said, if the majority of the group wants to go, but I'd be more inclined
Well,
to head back to our friends and get through this tunnel so we could continue on our journey.
I will say, might be, I don't know. I'm always inclined to get in a slippery situation if I know that I can get out. And we've already escaped it once.
Oh yeah, let's tempt fate some more. Good plan.
It does seem foolhardy for sure. Well, if we were to go back, we have to all be in. We have to all be in. So
Well, tell me what it is. I mean, why would we be going back really? What is it that you're trying to find out?
I don't know.
Well, I guess one connection is we know it's something draconic, and we're trying to head to Chronosis to find out more information to get to a different realm to potentially
Right, the realm,
free a
the
draconic
dragon paradise.
entity. I don't know.
I mean, if it felt like there was something we really needed, but it just seems like we're doing it because it's there, not because there's something we want to know, or you know what I mean? I'm sure we're going to run across other things that will give us more information, but again, like I said, I'm not going to stand in the way, but it just doesn't make much sense to me right now.
Well, perhaps you're right.
I
What's
just know that
Veldrin's
everywhere
thought
we've
on this?
gone. Oh yeah, go ahead.
What's that, cute?
What's Veldrin doing as everybody's having this back and forth?
Yeah,
He
Belgian, what do you think?
he stopped listening after a while.
Oh, come on, that's no fun, Belle. We're trying to, either we're going back to the camper or we're going to keep having some fun here. Are you really saying you don't want to get a view of the big old monster guy?
No, it's just more every time we have this dilemma of do we go back or do we stay? It turns into an argument, or not an argument, but it takes a long time to talk it out. Every time.
Well, I guess that's the nature of talking beings.
I just stopped listening because it's the same thing.
Well, what is it that you'd like to see happen, Belgium?
I don't have an opinion.
Well, I've got to doubt that.
Are you ready to fight the invisible creature potentially?
Do I ever fight?
I think so.
Not often.
You're always there. Well,
Children, how about you decide for us? What are we doing?
Well, it was going after Kozik, and Kozik seems interested in going back, so if he's the one getting targeted and he wants to face it, I think we should support him in his journey.
All right, then let's head out. But just in case, I'm going to stay. I'm going to walk beside you, but I'm going to have my trusty steed, whose name, by the way, is Limrotal, because that's the Elvish for swift flyer. Limrotal. So I'm going to bring Limrotal with us, and we'll just, in case we need a quick exit, in case it's after, Kozik again, and he needs a quick exit. Yeah, we'll bring her with.
All right, works for me. So it sounds like the consensus, it at long last, has been to go back.
Yes.
Wunderbar. So let me remove these.
are there any spells you guys can put on me? Anything to help protect me as a focal point?
Have you got any of your own too that would make you more hidden? Or I'm trying to look. Let's see.
Oh, I got just a thing. Speaking of, Zed's gonna kind of rummage in his pockets real quick. He's gonna have his hand out. He's got a fist, kind of balled up, and he's gonna reach over to Kozik.
Pockets.
Okay.
It's kind of like he's like, it looks like he's got something in his hand. He's basically trying to like drop into your hand.
All right, I'll grab it.
He opens up his hand. It's empty. Gives you kind of like a low 5, and casts invisibility.
Ooh, nice.
Whoa.
So you're invisible for the next hour.
All right, let's try this.
And
Try
this
to keep
is
quiet.
before you guys start heading back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this would be
Okay.
And I guess Zed's also got his sword out. He's going to be using this short sword as a little indicator of when we get close, when we're within this barrier of magic oddity.
Oh,
And
it
does
doesn't.
say
You guys are 60 feet away, and your sword is not lit.
Okay.
You come to the realization you've been within the barrier this whole time. Well, I mean, since you doubled back. When you
Oh,
were
yeah,
90
okay.
feet away, you weren't in it. Now that you're 60 feet away, your sword has. There's been no. Your light has not come back. But your invisibility goes off. No problem.
Wow, excellent, excellent.
That's very cool.
They're not close enough for that. All right, so heading back in.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should
So,
approach cautiously.
which one of
Right
these
behind you.
buildings did we want to go to?
It was the second one that caused the trouble, but we didn't find anything there. We can go further.
Right, let's go to the next this house over here looks like a close one.
So the one you've already, repaired and went through.
Yeah, didn't we already go in?
Yeah, let's go to the third one over, is what I'm saying.
So
That
you've been
makes
into the
sense.
second one. So the third one is one you haven't been to yet.
Right.
So who is standing where in regards to the building?
Move those icons. Come on, guys. I
The
won't be
third
over there
building
by
being this
myself.
one.
Yep,
No, this one here.
Yep.
Oh,
number
that one.
3
It's not this one.
is the third one.
Okay, it is.
From left to
Okay,
right, 1, 2, 3.
good.
1, 2, 3. That's okay.
Come on, Zedrin.
He forgot he can use the space bar. Funny. All right. So much like the other buildings, pretty much in shambles, ruins, stonework collapsed into itself. But beyond that, not a whole lot.
I say softly to whoever, I say, let's check it out, I guess.
Yeah, let's go.
So who's going to check it out?
So is there a doorway or are the walls like crumbled down so you can just walk right in through the wall? Or do
Both.
we need to go through a doorway? Both. And I can ride in on my
I mean, you could
steed.
fly up and over because it's probably not as much of a roof.
Oh, okay.
That'll walk inside, but he's gonna kind of stand at the doorway like he did before, keeping an eye out.
So you're flying up and over, sorry?
Yes.
Sweet. Give me a perception check, please. At disadvantage
Okay.
because there is no light.
Right.
Twelve. Okay. So the only thing you can really see, and this is just by virtue of luck, of the fact that there were some little glow bugs that roam around. It seems like there's like a statue somewhere in the middle of all this, but it's hard to make out any details other than that because you are so far away and you only even remotely notice anything because there is small tidbits of light here and there.
Low bugs, cool. There seems to be some big bulky thing at the center of the room, maybe a statue, I don't know.
Well,
But
the statue
maybe we
being
should
in
check it out.
in the center of not the town or not the
No, the
building
room.
of
The
the
room, the
town.
building, yeah.
No, no, the statue is not in the room. The
Oh,
statue
I
is
see.
in the town.
So where then? Like up here? Or where are you talking about? Oh, I
A
didn't see all
marker.
the other buildings before. So it's up here. Okay.
I'm a hand draw. Let's hand draw.
So it's in the middle of all the like the middle of the square kind of thing.
We're gonna jankify.
Well, there's a bunch more buildings than I realized when I just flew up and in. There's a whole like a town square on the other side of this building, and I saw like a
Draw.
big statue in the middle.
Well,
Head.
we're not rebuilding a whole fucking town.
No, but I'm just saying I'm kind of interested in checking out the statue.
Body.
Oh, it's over at the end of town. All right.
Yeah, that is curious.
I just thought it might be something interesting to check out. Maybe it'll tell us something more about the people who,
But what this place is.
right, right, and the folks that
Crumble, crumble,
inhabit
crumble,
it.
crumble, crumble.
Would you like? Can we go check out the statue
Crumble, crumble, crumble.
in the town
Yeah,
square?
but we should all probably
Crumble,
stay
crumble.
together. I'm actually, hold on.
I'm agreed on that.
What if Zed's gonna step outside again? You'll hear this about a statue.
Yeah, where is it at?
All right, I'm
What
flying
if
back. Flying back up and over to talk
Zed's
to
gonna,
everybody since they're not coming in.
he's gonna go out the door.
Oh, there's a big town square up behind these buildings. There's a bunch more buildings, and at the end of the
I,
center of town, there's a big statue, and it
so
might tell us more about this place and the people that lived here.
what are the chances that
I'm
this
walking into a
creature
trap.
was dragging Kozik to the statue?
There we go.
Because
So
it
does
would be
Zenny,
in
I
that
imagine.
direction.
Well,
Top
you might
Right?
tier.
We
be
might be
right.
doing his work for him.
Top tier quality artwork.
Looks
Nice.
like a cat.
Well, I don't. Was there anything of note in the room that we were just in, or was it just same rubble situation as before?
Same rebel situation as before. But I guess
Okay.
if you were in there, you can give me an intelligence check.
Well, we're not in there though. We're deciding, are we going to go in there or can we go look at the statue that I saw? Which, by the way, is the only interesting thing that I've seen from up above that might be able to give us more information.
Oh, I thought people went in and
Well,
came back
Mr.
out.
Thatcher's right about.
Ah,
It was just me and
Yeah,
Zed that went in.
yeah, intelligence check from y'all's.
you flew over the top.
Intelligence check. All right. Because, yeah, Zed and I were inside. So,
Just straight up intelligence?
Yep.
That's not great.
wait a minute. Where's it? I don't
So basically
see
just a
that though.
d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Oh, of which I have 0. Okay. Hmm.
All right. It wasn't a save or anything. It was just something else.
Yeah, it's
Anywho,
all good.
Come on, folks. Let's go check out that statue. It's this way.
But yeah, there
Well,
wasn't. I
I
guess
agree with
you
Zed.
said
We ought to stay together.
Yeah.
that there was nothing. The room rather was same sort of like rubble situation, right?
Well, for what
yes.
I saw was flying over,
Okay.
there wasn't much else happening
But
in the
you
building.
also didn't do a perception check when you were in there.
Yeah, I know.
I did. I didn't see anything. Well, I had a 12. Yeah. I mean, any one of these buildings could be housing something that's, but friends, come on, let's go.
So Sari's leading the charge, flying forward, having the most speed.
Yep.
I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm with the horse. We're on the ground because I want to keep the group together. So now, what is that? What are we looking at, boss?
A big old statue of something that you can't tell because it is so broken, destroyed. worn down, collapsed. There are no facial features. You could maybe make out what looks like um, some kind of a large, pretty sizable. Actually, yeah. So yeah, so you'd be able to make out um, kind of, sort of, some kind of scaled body. But it's
Is it does it look like the same kind of stone that we had rebuilt before?
it absolutely does. It looks like the same kind of stone after you restored it.
Okay. Oh.
Is there any kind of like plaque around it or decorations or anything with symbols or runes or language or anything like around the foot of the statue?
Nothing that you can see.
Okay.
Does it look like it's possible to put back together?
Anything's possible.
Let's do it with magic.
I mean, you somehow reassembled that one room.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, Niavara,
so
while well, before Kozik moves forward anyway.
Hmm?
A message that only you get to know.
Right. Yeah, sorry for not talking too much, Cubed. It's just
I know, I
I've been
know.
using a lot. So, but yeah, all right. So we're investigating it.
Accident.
but are we going to try to put it together or are we going to just go about exploring other buildings or
You
is there
know,
anything?
it's here. We might as well try to put it back together, right? Yeah.
All right then. Who's got the magic for that?
You know, Kozik, let's go figure it out. I'm sure we'll be able to figure something out, right? It was you,
Zed's
me, and Veldrin as we figured this out last time.
with that being said, Zed is assuming his position of sentry, and he's just going to be looking around, trying to see if anything's creeping in the shadows, see if he can see those sets of eyes. Um, he'll just be kind of doing that while all this is going on.
Many of
Perception check
ours.
with disadvantage.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm going to go stand on this side and just to get us spread out a little in our watch. I'm going to be on watch too.
She's gesturing over Kozik to join her in the meantime as well. Like, come on.
Oh dear
Can I
shit.
do a perception check or anything?
Oh yeah, you can.
I'll do one. I'll do
It'll be
one
at
because I'm on
disadvantage because there's no
watch.
light.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, guys, did you guys forget?
13.
Did I put away my lantern? Oh, I'm sorry. Must have turned it off while I was stealthing.
So I guess would reliable talent kick in there, and would that be a 16 for Zed?
Yes.
What's reliable talent?
Rogue thing.
If I'm proficient in a skill I can't roll under a 10.
Ah, okay. That's cool.
It's pretty
It's a
cool.
pretty handy-handed and pretty reliable talent.
Which
If you will.
I might make it so that one still might affect. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway,
Honestly, if it's up to me, I would vote for nat ones to still apply. Like,
because
I
where's the
I
fun in
get
if you auto succeed on everything regarding
exactly,
that
and it
skill?
might not be an auto success, but I get the rule of or how it's written, and I don't want to go on a tangent about it, but I get that it's like you're proficient about it, and it's like a thing for rogues, but still something that you're really good at. Like acrobatics, I have a +10. That doesn't mean that I can never fall. I can still mess something up. It's it's just a low chance. So yeah, I'm cool with it. If you want to keep it as like just twos and above, change to a 10, but nat ones are still nat ones.
We'll see. Um, I mean, this is a perception still.
Yeah, up to you.
So I would say with a 16. Yep, there's a blip on the radar. Much harder to see when you're not in the, effectively making use of the shadows as movement and blending in and becoming one with them.
Mhm.
But the blip is
I
coming
mean,
from the statue.
Oh,
okay.
that's significant.
Um, like, are you talking like as far as like sonar ping type of thing? Like I can tell something is there, just can't see it.
Yep. And it's
Uh,
surprisingly close to Kozik.
Hmm. Oh, it's very close to the statue.
can I Arcana check,
Sure.
or is it this? I guess what I'm trying to figure out is it the same creature that grabbed him before?
Let's
I don't
find
know if
out.
that would be Arcana.
Let's find out. What's Arcana tell us?
Um, that would be a 15.
15. Under these circumstances, you are uncertain.
Well, if that's the only thing that he's getting a sense of, he'll
Look,
definitely.
it just seems whatever it is far more obscured in this circumstance. But there's definitely a
Uh,
ping, and it's definitely this, emanate an emanation from the statue, and an emanation very like inches from Kozik's like face. But
um,
what it means,
I
you're
guess
not
yeah.
sure.
Zet'll just kind of holler out. I was getting a weird feeling about this statue, and he's gonna get closer. I know it's in like rubble. Is there a any head or anything identifiable that we could see potentially what type of creature this is?
The only thing that is identifiable even remotely currently would be scales.
Okay, it's just like texture on top of rubble.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Probably similar to the one that we were seeing inside the first area.
Exactly like that. And also, Mr. Kozik, feel free to give me a wisdom saving throw, please. Wonderful. Is that your final answer?
Uh,
No, it can't be. I'll use this inspiration. Try again. Oh, wisdom. There we go. Sorry. A little better.
All right. So you don't seem to notice anything. Maybe a soft wind, a faint breeze. That's about it.
Down here in the cave. This breeze is coming from somewhere. Oh well. And I'm looking around just like normal.
Did you say that like out loud?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because like Zed's just gonna look up at you. Like that's what that creature was doing when it was moving around.
Gulp.
And at the mention of that, Zed's gonna like shadow step again just to see if he can get a quick little uh image, and he'll probably, if this is all rubble and he can see the other side, he'll probably just go to there. Oh, perfect. That's 30 feet.
Alrighty. So you shadow step, and before we do a perception, 5, 10, 20. Let's see, how does this work? Hold on, I gotta look up a. Actually, hasn't come up before. Is it even possible? Oh, it just okay. So you go to do your shadow step and hunt it to the nearest space with damage. Okay. So instead of landing where you want it to, you feel as though you maybe like the equivalent of bumping into something are
Oh, okay.
shunted and it was feet are moved.
As he goes to take his step,
Feet you have moved
boom, bump.
twice. Does 10. Sorry, I'm reading the rule on this. It's not something that hasn't really come up before.
Yeah, I think I know what you're reading into, and I'm curious now.
Take force damage equal to twice the number of feet you are moved. If you're pushed 5 feet, you take 10
Or
force. Okay.
what Zed ran into.
Okay, so if you were there, 5, 10, shunted 10 feet. Okay. So you go to shadow step into that particular space, and it's almost like you kind of just face plant. It's almost like you ran full force into just your face into a wall. But it's not really a wall, it's just the effective damage thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And since you were shunted 10 feet, that would be 20 force damage because it's double. Okay.
Whew. Okay.
So you were basically forced out of that particular space and pretty much like wind, pretty heavily winded, knocked to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sid,
and I
what
guess
the
it
heck
looks like
happened?
does it? I guess it looks like he just sort of dropped out of the shadows there.
So
You
you
probably would
saw
have
him.
seen like
Oh, yeah,
he
go ahead.
he appears, and I don't know if you've ever seen, this might be a kind of obscure reference, but just he appears and it almost looks like he got shoved to the ground, but nothing touched him. He just kind of like is in mid fall into like a tumble, and he's kind of on his rear with his palms down, and he's kind of like got his torso kind of perched up, and he scoots back a little bit, and he's just looking forward, just really perplexed. He's like, that, ooh, that hurt. That's never happened before.
Oh, is the magic not working in this area either?
I don't believe so.
Hmm. Well,
Oh,
remember, I told you in the very first area, it was not wanting to very properly function. You know,
oh
whenever
right,
you would
yeah.
go to cast a spell, something would mess it up.
Well,
Maybe
none of our
look
lights
at
work either.
there's that. Did I ever try to restart my lantern? She'll offer it over to Zedrin so that she can fish out her matches to relight it.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he's like on the ground, kind of sitting up. He's just holding it.
Are you all right, mate?
Oh, well, I just had like a weird sensation as if I like ran into a wall. I was trying to avoid all the rubble. I don't think I hit any of that, but definitely felt like I ran into something solid and just knocked me over.
Oh, there's nothing there. So Sari's gonna walk over and kind of feel around and see if she can feel anything. Can she feel anything, Cubed?
Feels like open air to you.
Wow.
Hmm. Something's stopping him. Like I said, could just be something anti-magical. She just flicks on a match and then tries to relight her lantern. Does it come back on?
Your match doesn't even spark as you try to strike it.
That's. And she'll reaffix her lantern to her hip. Well, shadow light the way in the dark, if you will. Only there we can find more, learn more about what's needed, who's needed. Have we had any luck? She says as she walks back to the foot of the statue, looking towards Kozak.
Looking towards the empty space that I may occupy next to you,
I'm figuring.
because I'm invisible. And yeah, I haven't. I don't know. I haven't perceived anything special.
Veldrin's gonna try something because Neavara couldn't turn on her lamp, but he has something much more innate than that, and that's starry form.
Nevar is like going to start looking around in the dark for pieces to finish out. She's like, it's kind of looking like the first room that we did. It's missing pieces. We might want to put it back together.
Cubes does starry form work?
Starry form itself does work, but there is no light that emanates from your body. Wild shape feature, not spell.
Yeah. Zed's gonna kind of hold up his sword that's normally just kind of lit with this bluish hue and not really wave it around, but he's just kind of like looking at the sword as he's talking to everybody and kind of turning it over and stuff. Yeah, it's like something around here is absorbing light or something. Light just doesn't work.
So I think that there's something here. If we're over here to, like, investigate it, let's investigate it. The statue's clearly broken, like the first room was clearly broken. We
And you
didn't
guys
have
fixed
anything.
that?
We did, so we should, like, try and fix this guy. Except I'm not necessarily smart enough for that, so Veldrin, a hand for the statue that's currently handless.
Is there anything distinct about, like, there's rubble around the statue, I assume?
Correct. All over the place.
Are any of the pieces kind of distinct so that he could get a sense of what they are?
Let's see. That
And
would
that's
be
what
an
Nevar is looking for.
investigation.
I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
So at first, you and Neavar are pretty much on the same level. Like, nope, nothing makes sense. But then you think about it. Well, starry formed. And you can't help but realize that no, there's nothing here that seems like it fits in any way, shape, or form. However, there was a lot of rubble in those other buildings. Mayhaps that has something.
I think we're going to have to search for the pieces.
Oh, I don't think you were here for that. So yeah, they went into the. So you were here for the first building,
Yes.
and
Nothing
the,
after that.
yeah, and then they went into the building to the right of it. So, but then they just sort of left. They're like, oh, rubble, bye. And then they just kind of, sort of, not really checked out this third one before they headed to the statue.
Veldrin's gonna go to that second room and see if there's anything distinct about the rubble in there.
All right.
I feel like I should stay put if I'm the target of some sort of attack. Although we could all be attacked at any time, of course.
Mm-hmm. Anything can happen in the darkness. So, Veldrin, you go back into this building, the second building, where people kind of peeked in, looked around, like, moving on, just a bunch of rubble.
Mm-hmm.
And give me, give me another investigation, but with advantage because you succeeded this last one. Okay. So you had one piece of the you think you might have been onto one piece of the puzzle, right? You think you're stumbling onto something with between a 21 and then preceding that a 19. Um, there is a lot of rubble near the statue, but none of it seemed like it fit per se. So then you said, what if I go back into the second building that everybody just kind of perused through? And just double check investigations, intelligence based. Yeah. Um, well, let's just see how quickly you can figure out. Just give me a straight up intelligence check. At this point, you've passed a lot of investigation. Yep. Okay, so you peruse into this room, You look at the rubble, you look at its composition, you look at the damage of the walls, the holes in the roof, in the ceiling, and there is a distinct difference in the composition of the stonework in here. Particularly, like it's still the same like material. However, in the last room, in the first room you guys figured out, there was a lot more of a scaled uh a scaled cut to it. Like if you put different individual scales together, it seems like the line work is was very scaly. In here, it seems more smoothed, and between you're investigating things, putting two and two together, understanding what a giant draconic claw or foot might look like, you are have a pretty good idea that if you were to take these pieces and put them back up, that you could probably pull it off. And maybe, let's see, you succeeded by a good bit on all of those checks, so you ascertain you can probably put it together in a few minutes. You just might need somebody to like hold them up while you like slide different pieces like into place. Like you need somebody to hold this here while you put that there, and then once it's there, then basically like slotting.
Mhm. Uh, he's gonna head back on over there with some of the, like a couple of the smaller pieces that he can fit in his hand. In the
It,
room that you didn't really explore, there is more of this statue, and I believe that it would make a foot, and I'm going to need help.
Parts of this statue right here.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And he's gonna hold up the pieces. There's many more, and I'm going to need help transporting and assembling.
Are they heavy?
They're stones.
They're also probably the stones that we had in the other room.
Oh. Hmm. Well, I might be able to manage a couple of those. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should be fine.
They may appear to be floating along as I take them back, but we'll see. Do we need to move about, or do we just kind of do this?
I'll actually take care of it, Go ahead and you keep on looking at it, see what you figure out. I'm sure that we'll be able to bring back the pieces quickly. And Neovar gets scampering to go track down those pieces.
Scamper, scamper.
so who's staying at the statue, and who is
Me.
reassembling the bits
So
in room two?
what are we doing at
Oh,
the statue? I mean,
Feldrin
what are you
is.
working on there, Kozik?
Nothing yet. I guess I was gonna say, is there anything I could learn from? I guess I tried to perceive something and failed at that. Can I just investigate since we have a little time while they grab the rocks and things?
Sure. What are you looking for? What are you trying to figure out?
Um,
I'm also a little sniffly.
so is this thing, so remind me as the play, this statue is upright, or is it laying on the ground in rubble, or it just
It
has
is.
pieces broken off?
It is. It looks like its original stance is upright, but all the pieces have fallen and crumbled to the ground, save for at this point the only identifying like parts of it being scales. in the exact same composition, coloration, and texture as the scales that you guys saw kind of like almost like crawling out of the first building.
Hmm.
Right. But
And
so
had
it's
Zed told us, I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just wondering if Zed had told us that he was getting that weird ping, that weird vibe from the statue. Like he shared that with us, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was just before he had
Hit the wall.
yeah, basically.
So
Well,
this
sorry, it's
this
gonna stay because this is
go ahead.
danger here. So
And so this
yeah.
thing is missing an arm potentially, or like
Oh, it's missing like
as
everything.
okay. But it is vaguely humanoid and ugly, like and stuff, right?
It is more draconic. I
Oh,
just could
okay.
not
Well,
draw it.
I don't think
oh,
we've gotten any features. I think Cube was saying that it's all broken. It's broken up to the point where it's like we can tell there's a similarity with the scales, but we like aren't able to discern what kind of creature it is.
now I'm understanding. Okay.
And when you say it's
Um,
missing everything, does it appear like there are less pieces there than there should be? Like because Veldrin is saying the foot or something is over in this other building. So does it appear like a lot of pieces would be missing?
Give me an investigation.
All right then. Investigation. Boy, Sorry's brain is not working well today.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell how much of a statue should be here when it's in rubble, in bits and pieces everywhere.
Hmm.
maybe I want to determine, does it look like this thing was like smashed on purpose, or was it like this is just like
Oh,
what happens over time or
decay.
something?
Give me an
Right.
investigation.
Okay, with just a normal.
Yep.
Okay, good old 10.
Yep, you are uncertain. I mean, this
It's
is a
broken.
yep. In a mountain where nobody really seems to go very much. So it's feasible that time has taken its toll. Feasible that anything, maybe an earthquake happened and a bunch of it fell apart. Like you're not sure.
Ah. I'm kind of making little noises. Well, that's the only, you guys can't see me, so I am making demonstrable little herm so you know where I'm at. But
Oh, because you're
I
still
don't know.
invisible. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, Zed, have you felt anything else besides an invisible wall bashing you in the face?
I felt
I
a
mean, any more
suspicious
of that
breeze.
pinging?
No, it's
Right,
this
that breeze
statue.
again.
There's something to it. I don't know.
And you felt that breeze. Was it like what you felt before when that creature went by the door when we were in the other place?
But I didn't feel it. Uh, but I believe Kozik probably had the same
Oh,
sensation I did.
okay.
I would
Oh,
imagine
okay.
I would imagine it's probably the same.
You like my
What
artwork?
does
And
it all
Cube,
add up to?
Can you remind us what? So in from that first room, we kind of suffered some or gained some unforeseen magical effects on us. Can you remind me what that was?
Oh, something with your spells being all wibbly wobbly.
I thought that there were a couple that's like, oh, I cast first level this, and it's like you ended up casting this, and the effect is like for 13 hours or something, or maybe I'm
I think
remembering
that's the
something.
wibbly wobbly. Yeah.
That was all the wibbly wobbly.
I think Kozik is more or less asking what buff he got.
Yeah, what what is it? I don't remember.
Oh well. Uh, Which one was it? So he did.
And I think Niavara got one as well, at least one. And
Yeah,
maybe Beldrin.
Yeah,
My-
Veldrin got entangled.
I had a stupid change, which
Kozik's-
was I
His was Witch Bolt.
purify food and drink, and then my second one I put on I put on Veldrin to protect him. It was Shield of Faith.
I remember Kozik's was Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
You basically have like
See,
a cast of Witch Bolt.
Gosh,
He figured it out.
I should have. Maybe I could have. That creature better watch out wherever it is now.
Exactly.
I should have remembered. I forgot all about it.
Write it down.
And so I guess just for clarification, in the first room, the rubble that was all in there, we put all we I don't know if we built a structure in that room or if we just rebuilt the building itself, but
You pretty much reassembled the wall, not verbatim, but
okay.
the interior wall, the interior aspect of the wall.
And
Kind of like
so is
putting
it
up
that kind of-
tiles. Like, you know, when you lay down
Okay.
a tile or tile floor, kind of like that layer, a layer of a wall.
Is it similar circumstance in the room that Beldrin and Niavara were checking?
Let's see. Oh, Veldrin would be. So did Veldrin go back into that room?
Yes, to reassemble.
So it would be of a similar situation where it would be the shape language of the line work on the wall would resemble that of a claw. Pretty sizable draconic claw. Almost akin to like a mural, I guess at this point. Oh no, not a mural. What's the one that's
Mosaic?
carved into the
Kind of
wall?
three-dimensional, like a frieze.
Yeah, I think mosaic.
Well, mosaics with tiles. Are we talking like a bas
it's
relief?
like
A frieze
like-
is like a wall thing, but it's kind of three-dimensional out from the wall.
I'm an art
like the
historian. I
types
should
of
remember this.
statues
Greek and Roman.
that, like, yeah, with the statues on it.
Yeah, it would
it's
be
like a
mosaic.
frieze.
Kind of like
Made out of
mosaic.
tiles? It's made out of tiles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had a different idea, like there were dragon shapes
Yeah.
and stuff.
It could have been a bas relief or mosaic based off of the description. But it is mosaic.
Sorry. As a art historian, I should know this, but it's been many years since I've done it. The image that I have actually fits a bas relief more because it's kind of like it's like carved into the wall, but you're like reassembling it, so it's kind of like
Those are
this.
called
Yeah, it's
relief
pieces.
sculptures.
Yeah, bas
Relief
relief.
sculptures, like
Yeah,
relief out of the
bas-
wall.
Bas relief is the term. BAS relief.
Or just relief sculptures works too.
Yeah. But yeah, so pretty much it doesn't not take you very long to, you know, assemble that.
And it's dragon claws.
Yep. And as you assemble it, you would start to notice there like a weird movement.
What kind of weird movement?
As if the claws are moving and crawling their way out of the building through the roof, the holes in the roof.
The claws they just made?
Yep, the claws they assembled.
Wow.
What's the vibe? Is it good or bad?
It's an event.
There's no sinister vibe.
Well,
There's
at least it's
no
not clawing
benevolent
you.
vibe.
It's clawing its way out of the house, not out of your face. That's good news.
I mean, I guess you can give me an insight.
Eee.
Uncertain.
Yeah, it's okay. Sure, we'll figure it out. It didn't
So you
feel
said
too
it's
bad
trying to make
before
its way out of
either.
the roof?
Once upon
Sorry.
a time, I was enthused by art history.
It's coming alive.
Didn't make it that far,
The
though.
same
Where
way
did you
that
say they
all
were heading, Cubed? Cube said they were like going out the
Yeah,
holes,
they're
or what
reaching
did he
out of
say?
the roof of the
Oh,
building we're in.
Yep,
okay.
and basically out of their line of sight. Because it's leaving.
Wow. Are they headed
no,
for the
that's
statue?
interesting.
Mm.
We
Is
can't
there
see.
a limb following out?
Nope, just a claw.
Just the claw.
But while all that's happening, that took you a few minutes. People at the statue, what are y'all doing?
Well, we've looked at it, and it looks like it's a broken pile of rocks that may be draconic in nature. We know that they're going to bring us the stuff back. To maybe we can start putting stuff together, I guess. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Well, since a few minutes have passed, Kozik, feel free to give me another wisdom saving throw.
Are you
All
within
of a sudden,
10
my
feet of me?
face
No,
goes
you're not.
slack while I do a wisdom saving throw. Well, you guys can't see it because I'm invisible. I keep forgetting, but
You're not within 10 feet of me, are you? I could have given you 2 points.
uh,
Is that your final answer?
7. I think it's gonna have to be.
You can use my inspiration if you want.
Let me see. Oh, mine's gone too.
I, as a player, I feel like I'd better take the inspiration if you're offering it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's try. Let's try again.
Phew,
Trying
hopefully.
harder.
Twice as hard, technically. So,
Yep.
yeah, you're sitting here trying to contemplate what to do. And whereas before you felt like a weird like gust of wind, you can't like at this point there's your hairs are probably standing up on end, and it kind of almost feels like someone is watching you. So it almost feels like something very sturdy, like really smooth but like sturdy, just kind of brushes like your arm, but it's a feeling that is like when you're just like sitting at your desk and just suddenly it feels like something's crawling on you. It's kind of like that, but when you look, there's nothing there.
Did you guys feel that?
Did we?
Nope.
I felt
I'm sorry,
something,
Kozik. I didn't feel it.
something like I don't know, like rubbing up against a rock wall or something. Like when you're down in the tunnels and you rub your elbow against some sort of boulder. That's what I
Well,
felt.
I'm wondering, since you're feeling weird stuff and Zed felt weird stuff, And maybe we back up a little bit from that statue. Just a thought.
Yeah, I move closer to Zed. On your
I don't
left.
really feel like anywhere we are here is going to be any safer.
Really, all right.
Well, I
You
mean,
could see.
Koza got grabbed all the way over by that second building that, well, shit, that Veld and Niavora are at.
Right. But you didn't say the statue in particular was being weird. But yeah, right. It can chase us.
We better be extra on the lookout. Yeah. And I'm looking around kind of fruitlessly in the darkness, looking for any glimmer of what could be approaching us, but alas, I don't see anything.
Quite the predicament indeed. But only a few minutes pass. And what's Neovar and Veldrin doing?
So our piece had we finished this room, yeah? Is there anything else left for us here?
Nope, this room seems pretty barren.
So let's go to the next one over. We can ask if they did any changes to the statue, I guess. Or we can just, take a peek into the next room.
Looks like immediate
Shouldn't you ought to
room
tell us
peek.
that you put something together and it came to life and
Nah.
ran
We will
away?
be. We're peeking first.
Yeah.
Peeking
Oh, we're
first.
just putting together some big old giant thing and then we're going to have to fight it. Man.
Who said anything about fighting? It might be friendly. We
Oh,
should talk
I'm
to
just
it
not
first.
feeling
Come
that.
on. It's gonna be intelligent if it has, the wherewithal to do all this. So come on.
We'll see.
So
We will.
between the Myval siblings, this room, albeit a bit larger, amidst the rubble and just sort of peeking in and actively like checking stuff out in here. Yeah, you would definitely see something you can put together. Like it's the you definitely get the feeling that you can probably put this together and give me you both can give intelligence checks. And
These guys are
let's
like on an
say
OCD puzzle thing.
with advantage because
Yeah,
you
put
succeeded on
together.
the investigation so well.
Oh, advantage.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna add that to
Vara.
my. Oh wait, I already had an inspiration. I'm gonna give the second inspiration to Veldrin.
All right. The more the better.
So Neovar with your whoopsie doodle in the first room, and then the follow up of figuring out how things fit together, and then the second room you guys putting things together. This third room is like this one's so much easier. Like wow, it's almost like the equivalent of um instead of this puzzle being like jumbled up and whatnot, it's like somebody put like half the puzzle back into the box still assembled. Like it's
Right.
if not more than that. Like it's that easy for you to figure out. Like you'll get it done. Like at this point, the only thing that would slow you down would just be the time it takes to pick up the piece and put it in the wall. It's like like you've already visualized the image that you want, that these pieces, this rubble will fit in, and with the assistance of Veldrin, like holding up, it's one piece here, you slot this one in, and then Veldrin holds up another one. I mean, you're brother and sister, so it almost makes sense that you're just on the same wavelength.
This
And
is one of the few mother sanctioned activities. Puzzle time.
Brother sibling time. So
And
this one's coming together very nicely.
and this one's not under duress of being brutally smacked around by your mother. So,
It's so much better.
who knew? Yay! Puzzle time can be fun when under not threat of being beaten. Um. So yeah, you guys assemble this in like I'd probably say 5 minutes. Like not even is just like clockwork. Just piece slot, piece slot, piece slot, hold up slot. Like it's boom done, and it takes the form of what seems like teeth and a big old draconic snout,
Oh no, this is very interesting, don't you think? Wonder what it's gonna make.
to which it assembles what looks like the scales and composition of a dragon's face. And as the final piece is slotted, it amidst the relief, right? Amidst the relief, it's almost like little shadowy flames start to form, as almost like it's just coming to life. But the head quickly seems like it goes up and out, just like it's being pulled away from this building and drawn out.
Kinda glad that we're the only two in here that saw that. If Sari had seen that, she would have flipped.
I think she's going to eventually. She's going, like, she's gonna have to walk back through here.
It's gone now, remember? She's over there at the statue.
Oh, do they disappear when they leave the building?
Yes.
Or I had the image that they were like perpetually sticking out.
Nope. They're like so the kind of like the scales in the first building, they wrapped around and then seemed like they were moving out of the building,
And left.
and then the claw looked like it crawled its way up the wall and out of the building, and this one looks like the head is being like pulled from the relief out up and out.
Yeah, Sari would have flipped. That would have scared her. Oh, but what are you two doing? Don't you know the disembodied mouths are like kind of really monstrous and terrifying? Come on, one last one. Two actually. And we're getting faster at it.
So you guys head to the next building.
Correct.
So let's see how far you are. That'd still be pretty far. I mean, I guess it's possible you guys could roll really well to hear them. Because they're not exactly being stealthy, but that's still like 70 plus feet away. So I guess Sorry, Zed, and Koza can give perception checks. That's still pretty damn far.
We're 90 feet away from them, and they're in a building.
Nevar would have like looked over to where she like generally knows they are. They're, and I'm gonna justify this by we're the underground species, of course we generally have pretty good sight in the dark.
Not tonight.
Well, not you. You're not the underground one.
Yeah, but I do have good. I can see in the dark. But yeah, not tonight.
Well, this was more of a if you can hear them. Like it wasn't necessarily like a visual thing. It was more of a hearing the footsteps of them going from building to building and assembling.
Oh yeah, disembodied footsteps would absolutely make Sari go crazy, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure.
So Kozik and Zed can give me perception checks. This is specifically for hearing, so it's not at disadvantage.
Yes.
All right. So Zed, basically the DC was 20 because it's 90 feet away. It was gonna be difficult. um, but Zed, you could swear that you heard like footsteps coming, but then they kind of stopped somewhere off in the direction that uh Neovara and Veldrin ran off to. However, you could also swear that you can hear the sound way off in the distance, a melodious tune. But you can't really make out any words.
Um, can I tell what direction it's coming from, or am I
Not
just
really. It's sort of just
faintly
echoing through
hearing something?
cave.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
But I don't hear
gonna
that.
No, like you don't hear either.
I'm gonna fly the Raven up probably 60, 70 feet. So Kozik and Sorry, you'd probably just see it take off my shoulder without Zed even saying anything. And probably seen this before, but you most likely know it's typically when he's scouting something. Um, and he's looking around. He's not even watching the Raven. And I kind of pictured he was still sitting down after getting knocked over. You'll see him kind of slowly start to get up back to his feet, dust himself off. He doesn't look worried or anything like that, but he's just scanning again because we've been here for a few minutes now, and um, just he was sitting down after getting knocked over, so he's kind of getting back into that alert sort of mentality. I hear something. Sounds almost like music or something. Either of you hear that? And he's kind of swivel. Not. He's not. Again, he's not like panicking, but he's just scanning around, kind of looking between the buildings, off in the distance, past the statue, off kind of behind us. Um, just as far as his perception will allow. And then a couple moments later, um, you'll see him blink a couple times and his eyes just go starry. And does he see anything from the Raven?
I believe a great man in a movie in a desert once said, "We ain't found shit."
Wait, I thought it
Yep.
was I see everything. Different
Spaceballs when
movie?
they were combing the desert.
No, I know. I love that movie. You'll see he'll kind of blink a couple times and his eyes come back. He's like, "Oh, I can't see shit, but I hear something faint off in the distance." Kind of a couple moments later, you see his Raven just come perch back on his shoulder.
I cup my hand to my ear and listen for a moment, and I shake my head and realize that I can't see that, and I say, no, no, I don't hear anything but the rocks."
Speaking of the rocks, I Opal was kind of speaking to the rocks, but it was more or less like, I guess, like vibrations, right? Are you able to? Before, I feel like you've had a bit of a sense of that sort of thing. I We know that there's some sort of creature around. It's not really making any noise, but is it maybe causing a disturbance otherwise? Like, are you able to?
That's uh that's a good idea. Let me see here. And I kind of center myself and I attempt to maybe feel out using senses other than sight and hearing. And I affect stone cunning, tremor sense.
Okay, so 60 feet. I remember you used it before and picked up nothing. Yep, nope, nothing registers. Nothing other than the usual tiny critters skittering about.
Right, little crickets in the dust. Yeah. So I'll continue to have that, right, for what it lasts for about 10 minutes. So I'll keep that concentration and just hang out. But yeah, I don't sense anything yet.
Hey, both you plug your ears. This could get loud.
Okay.
And
My nose is runny.
I don't think I've done this before, and I don't know if it's going to work because it does have a range that I'm now reminded of again. But minor illusion lets me create an image or a sound. And it says the volume can range from a whisper to a scream. Um, Sounds like it can just kind of like be anything. I just want to make like a really loud, almost like lightning crack sort of noise to potentially get the attention of Veldrin and Niavara. But I don't know that it has the range.
I feel like it would only be as loud as like a scream because there's another spell that
Yeah,
specifically does stuff like that.
100%. Because I know it says like lion's roar or drum beat or something like that. So I wanted it to just be audible, but I didn't want to yell a word or anything. I just a loud crack noise. Lightning was just uh, mental imagery.
Thermaturgy, that's what I was thinking of.
Thaumaturgy is the one that I was, yeah, that, and then the thunderous honk that Scooter has. But that's something else.
Let's see, physical interaction. Yeah, whisper
Yeah,
to a
so
scream.
I don't know how you want to play this or how this would work in this situation. I have a casting range of 30 feet. So if I cast this sound 30 feet from me, basically right there, then up to your discretion, like what is the range of that sound? Would it be based on a perception check or
It would be perception based.
okay? So okay, I guess a better sort of um Zed would be like, you know, mention to Kozigan, sorry, like plug your ears, this could get loud. And oftentimes when you see him cast spells or do um certain things, he'll snap. And so it'll be just the noise of a snap, but it'll be as loud as a scream. Maybe have like a echo sort of reverberation in this cavernous area that we're in.
Well, I guess it'll be up to the perception checks if they can hear it. So Neovar and Veldrin can make me perception checks.
And I guess another interesting question that could add to this, depending on how far this sound may or may not travel, Zed heard some sort of melody, just the faint inkling of one. After he does this snap, does he still hear that as well? Or does that potentially stop?
The melody continues.
Okay.
So the two of you hear some very loud snapping sound.
That sounds like one of our compatriots.
As you hopped into this room and we're just about to start, trying to figure this out. Ow.
Hey, Zed. Sorry, I was wondering if your sound that you're hearing, are you hearing voices or are you hearing instruments?
I can't tell. It's like, if when you hear something at a distance and it's muffled enough to where you can't tell if it's like someone speaking or just some other noise. It's got like the same pitch, but I can't really make out much else than that.
But you said a melody.
Right. I'm hearing it's not just like one note. I'm hearing it's some sort of either singing or instrument playing. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Right, but you can't tell. Right. Okay. Just wondering.
But it's odd because I don't think it's coming from anywhere around here as he's kind of looking around at all these buildings in rubble.
Maybe we're kind of in an interaction with I mean, maybe there's some bleed through from like, the spiritual realms. Maybe that's why this creature kind of comes in and out and the sounds, and maybe there's just some bleed through, and or even something like temporal something from when the village was in another time. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's some kind of spell on it and there's some kind of bleed through happening.
Yeah, we were in the Underdark, and there was we were, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, like it was as if we could almost hear townsfolk. It's kind of off in the distance. There was a ruined sort of village and town similar to this actually, and it was as if everything had almost been just like petrified, but then layers of dust. No one had been there for years,
Mm.
and there was an odd sense that like we could still feel the presence of the people that used to live there. And so maybe I'm hearing faint remnants of what this place used to be.
Right. That's what I'm wondering.
Zed's gonna turn his attention back to the rubble after kind of doing a scan, and um he'll kind of lean down and start looking closer at some of these pieces.
All right. So what's the Myval's siblings doing?
So they tried to get our attention, Vel. What do you think we do?
How important do you think it is that we respond?
Eh,
Don't you think the fact that they're trying to get your attention means they want you to respond? How important
Realistically,
is it?
that was also an assumption. The noise
yeah,
was just a
Yeah,
noise.
it's a noise.
yeah, we don't know that the noise was Zed. It wasn't his voice. It was just a snap.
Well, you guys were going, how is it important is it that we respond? So I thought that's
Yeah.
what you figured it was.
Neovar is making an educated guess based off context clues, but she also has the power of free will. And her free will says sometimes ignoring people is probably okay sometimes.
Well, if Neovaro's okay with ignoring them, Peldrin's gonna be okay with ignoring them too.
He's like, it's fine. Neovar's like, if they really needed our help, they would, come get us.
If they were
Wow.
dying, we would
What
hear
if they
screaming.
can't?
We would have heard the screaming earlier.
Oh gosh. Mm.
Part of D&D is putting puzzles together and then going back and finding the rest of your party is dead. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're still completing part 1, which is that no one else came to do with the puzzle with us, and so we're, being the part of the party member who is like, well, if you guys couldn't be bothered to do the puzzle with us, then is it our fault that you got mauled by the dragon? We were just doing our job. Get it together. Lock in.
So continuing to ask to put these puzzles together.
Yes.
Alrighty. Investigation. Okay.
See, this is why you're around, Beltran, because Neovar is gonna roll like a 0.
Not a
A 9.
0.
No. That's significantly worse. She's the one in the corner of the classroom putting the crayon in her mouth,
A nose.
while the other sibling does all the work.
That was the last room.
So you can both give me intelligence checks. Like you're kind of looking at things and being like, all right, based on what we've dealt with, put this and this together and this and this together. I was gonna say they would be with advantage because you succeeded on the investigation, so it makes it that much easier. But you didn't really need it. Crayon.
All right, my intelligence check.
Wait, Vel, are you gonna give your?
Oh, yes, I can give the inspiration away, so who needs some?
I think all three of us do at this point.
All right.
I'll be
Whoever
happy to
takes it
take it,
has
but
it.
anybody else? All right, I'll take it then, because I'll share it if anyone needs it anyway.
Okay, so they
Thanks.
found
Yeah.
scales on claw head. Okay. All right. So once again, it's only going to take you a few minutes to assemble the important pieces to this relief. Um, and just like before, just like sibling, sibling, some kind of, for normal people, some kind of a sibling bonding ritual where they do puzzles and figure stuff out together without, worrying about any familial situations and baggage. It's rather nice. It's rather nice. And this room, as you put the pieces together, slot everything as in accordance with the building inspector. You would have assembled another claw. And just like the other one, it crawls itself out of the room just as if the relief itself comes to life and crawls, just, makes its way up and out.
Now that's spooky.
The
Feels
third
like
time you see it is the spooky time.
well, I guess you got me there. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Don't fool me again. Type behavior, I suppose.
Hmm.
Can we see these things? Are they crawling towards us, or they're just crawling out in the darkness?
Those of you next to the statue see nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, also, since time has passed again, a few more minutes, Kozik, feel free to give me a wisdom saving throw. Alrighty. Is that your
15.
final answer?
Yeah.
Wait, Kozik, are you within 10 feet of me? You
Yes, I
are.
am.
Add 2 points to that. Anybody
Oh, is
around me gets to within 10 feet can have 2 points.
this
My
like an
my
aura
wiper.
of championship or something?
Yeah, it's a protection like
Oh.
ward thing. Let's see. I remember what it was called.
So that would make it 17.
Aura of protection. Yes.
Let's see. Yep. You and your allies gain a bonus to saving throws equal to your charisma modifier.
That seems like it's within the parameters.
Yep. So with a 17, hold on. Perfect. We're gonna hold on. Oh shit. Hold on. I oopsie doodled something. Um.
Yeah, my previous one was like 15, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry. What's your charisma?
2.
Okay, nice.
Let me fix that. I screwed up.
That's also nice too. I'm wondering. I don't think a paladin would have a negative in charisma because I do think it's an important stat for them, but it does say that the minimum bonus is a +1. So even if your charisma was a negative, you'd still be giving a +1. That's
Right.
kind of neat.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Sorry. I oopsie doodle something. On the stream. Uh. So yeah, 17. You feel as though Kozik, you just like before, like the hair standing up, kind of felt like something was brushed against your arm. Um, this time, it's you feel more of a like chill, like in like down like your back, and it just kind of feels like maybe the equivalent of like feeling like something is standing behind you, but you know when you turn, you don't see anything there.
You know, I'm sorry to say this, but every few minutes I keep feeling like I don't know, there's something. It was that breeze, and then I felt like something was physically touching me, and now I feel as though I don't know, maybe we're being watched or something. I think something's figuratively knocking on the door here.
All
Let
right.
me
Well,
see.
we know we've been watched the whole time. Like we were kind of saying before, we're getting used to that bit, but you're saying it's just like just an uneasiness every few moments.
I felt a chill touch of some kind just now. Did you not feel that?
No, mate.
Well, it seems
Oh,
like everything's all right now, but yeah,
I
just
think
keep a watch out.
because it's also been a couple minutes, and for some weird reason that Zed doesn't necessarily understand, whenever he does the shadow step thing, he's able to get a sense of this creature if it's sensible. And I mean that in every sense. Um, sorry. He's gonna. I
Right.
think I have to look. It's not a minimum range, is it? It's any unoccupied space within 30 feet. Okay, so I'm just gonna shadow step basically to the other side of Kozik. And in that moment, I'm doing that in with the attempt of trying to perceive or see the creature that we've seen before
No.
that was kind of stalking him.
So basically, behind Kozik.
Yes,
Okay, just
I
confirming.
know. I know what I'm doing.
Okie dokie. So you would use part. I think you have to like. Isn't it part of you? You have to do a movement to be able to do it though.
It's a. I don't think so. I think it's just a bonus action. Here, let me look. I'll just link it.
Yep, just bonus action. Okay.
Oh, the caveat's just is being in dim light. Yeah.
Or darkness. Okay. Yep. So you move through the shadows behind Kozik. You know where he felt like something was breathing on the back of his neck,
Mm-hmm.
and you are
Yeah.
shunted.
He he shadow stepped to the spot that he got, basically through the spot that he got a weird vibe before, and he's kind of doing it again as a little bit of a science experiment. He's not a scientist, so
All right. So how much movement is that? How much was it? Two. Okay. To where you were moved. Okay. 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 So if you do, you're there. You move 5, so that's 10 force damage. As it feels like you ran your face into a wall again and shunted to that square.
okay. Do I get anything, or is it just
When you are shunted, no.
fuck?
What does that mean, shunted? What do you mean, shunted?
As in basically
It's
forcefully moved.
forcefully
Okay.
moved. Yeah.
But
Okay.
since it's a
Thank
teleport,
you.
it's not really a move as much as is being like
Oh,
relocated.
Yeah. So you, like you'd probably see Zed on one side of Kozik, and sorry, based on where you're standing, you'd get the full view of this. Um, he would just disappear and just kind of just reappear, is reapparate, I guess. Um, and it almost looks like someone or something just ran into him. He just gets knocked over again. And this time it doesn't affect him as much. He doesn't look like, he's just kind of more frustrated. He just lays flat on his back. Oh, why does this keep fucking happening?
Bad luck.
Something is here. I can't
Ooh,
see
and
it.
at that moment,
Yeah.
Kozik is visible again.
Wait, dude, you get to add 2 to that.
That's a natural one.
It's in that one.
Oh, right.
And it's a DC 10 saving throw. That was for my concentration for invisibility. So getting the first time that I got knocked over, I was able to keep concentration. This time, I think with maybe the added frustration and him just kind of yelling out a little bit, he breaks his concentration, and Kozik is no longer invisible.
Okay.
Shirt off for some reason, and I go, "Ah," but I'm exposed. I'm exposed now to the darkness, and oh, well,
Okay.
I guess I don't know if it
Sorry's
really
gonna
mattered.
grab
I don't know
you.
if I could really hide, but okay, I'm visible.
Sorry's gonna grab you and put her up on the horse with her. We're not taking off yet because we don't know what's happening, but she's still gonna grab you and put her up on the horse so that we can make a quick escape if we need to.
Why do I have to? Why do I have to be grabbed?
You don't
Can
have to
I
grab.
He
Kozik,
can I
feels
come on
go
up
on the
on the
exposed
horse?
and
horse.
is
Come on up.
just
Hey.
immediately grabbed.
Well, Sorry's like,
All right,
yeah.
No,
I'll
I
get
get
up
you.
on the
Come on
horse. I
up,
like
Kozik.
it.
That's good. Just in case
How long
we
does
need
it
to make a
last?
quick escape. For as long as I want it.
So the second you
I
take your
think
feet off
so.
the ground, your tremor sense is no longer active
Emerson.
because it says you have to be in contact with.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't cancel the spell, but it's just he just lost contact, right?
Once actually gain tremor sense, you must be on a stone surface or touching the surface to use this tremor sense. The stone can be natural worked.
But
I
basically what
would
I'm
say,
asking is like if
yeah.
it does it last for 10 minutes and to the point where he could like jump down and check again, or does breaking that connection break the spell?
I think it still goes for 10 minutes. It's just
Yeah.
once he's once he's off the ground and
Mhm.
on the horse, he wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
No, but once I fall off the horse, then I'll,
Yeah, then you're good.
and I'm good to go.
Yeah. But yeah, Kozik is very visible and exposed to the elements. And what's
Up on the horse.
Belgian and Niavara doing? As you have successfully completed another relief with relative ease.
Do you want to do another one?
I think we have much of a choice. We're all nearly done at this point, right? Might as well see it to the end.
Well, 2 hands and the head is not a body.
Exactly. So, like I said,
I think it's going to be more.
we're involved.
I think so.
Might as well. I'm not hearing any screaming.
You might have just heard Zed yell out, but it was more or less in frustration.
Well, Veldrin went on over.
Neovar also go into the next building.
Yeah. Neovar will in fact follow.
Whoop. So, same situation, I take it? Trying to
Same
figure out the puzzle?
situation. Double team it.
Alright, investigation. And then a preceding intelligence.
I'm guessing Veldrin doesn't get advantage on this one.
I mean, I figured since you were working together, like as long as one of you succeeded, then you both effectively could
Okay, so we
benefit
both
from
get
it.
advantage.
How did you roll the exact same numbers twice, both of you?
We're just that
6, 6.
special.
Let's see if I get another 6.
That's pretty cool. I mean, the
I don't
six
know. Let's
not so
see.
much.
Roll another intelligence. Let's see if it's a 6. Nope,
Oh
it's
my
not a
god,
6.
it's actually
the
an
same as
18.
Neopara's. That's good.
Wow.
Well, Neovara gets advantage, so
Wow.
she gets to roll again, technically.
Oh, we were just seeing if the 6, if you get a third 6 in
Yeah,
a
but
row.
it was the 18.
It
That's
literally was
terrific.
18 6, 18 6, 18.
That's pretty cool.
Whoa.
Spooky.
What's even weirder is 6 times 3.
Is
Yep,
18.
that's what I was thinking too.
Let's see how weighted the dice are. Nevar, let's see another intelligence check. Morbid curiosity on the
Break.
weight of these digital dice.
Just gonna break.
Damn.
Okay, broke the chain.
Damn, that would have been so funny.
But either way, you two put your heads together again, and so you two would be able to ascertain another claw in this room.
Up on claw.
That
Oh, it's the
claw.
dwarf dragon
Where
that has
the
3 feet.
claw. You know?
Here,
Yeah.
I even write it in. Let's see.
It's a
This.
tripedal dragon.
Maybe it's an amputee. Don't be rude.
Oh, I can't. Oh. I'll have to do it
We're
by
not owed a dragon's
text.
life history.
No, but I think there's going to be more work.
I mean, you saw how many buildings there were. No shit, there's gonna be more work.
You said one last one.
I didn't say one last one. I said one more.
What's that little white square? Or sorry, rectangle.
Pinky
Scale.
promise, I said one more.
Claw. Head.
Oh, it's the claw. I see.
What is it that I roll against persuasion?
Typically
Insight.
insight. So we had
I
tail,
was like,
claw,
Guess
head,
so.
claw.
Maybe
858.
so.
Belgium's
Okay.
just like, I really like puzzles.
Belgian's like, I'll believe you because I want to do puzzle.
We get to do puzzle instead of arguing about killing something. It's a
Okay,
win-win
that's
for
claw,
you.
claw. Head was this one. Claw.
Although we will pass by the others and see how they're doing. Hi.
Oh yeah, and since time passed, Kozik, give me another wisdom saving throw.
Add 2.
See Zed's just laying down on his back, just kind of like sprawled out.
That's so real.
Oh, good, Kozik. Good. Phew.
Unintentionally very
And
ominous
Kozik is up.
sounding.
Kozik is up on Limrotal with me.
Yep. So Kozik, you would have felt actually a different sense, I guess, at this point. Um, so you could swear you would have seen like a pair of red dots like dashing in front of you, but it's only for like a millisecond in less than the amount of time it would have taken to complete a blink.
It-
Well, it could just be a trick of the darkness, but I think that if that thing is still out there watching us, it's probably pretty close. Like it's like right here. I could have swore I saw something in the darkness, but I don't know.
I guess the question would
Okay.
have been, is that your final answer? But I'm pretty sure that would have been your final answer.
Yeah, that's a pretty good final answer.
Yeah, that'll do.
So you would
Kozik, are you?
see
Oh,
Belgian and Niavara approaching.
And they can see me too.
yeah, your invisibility is gone. A steed with me.
Well, what have you been up to?
Oh, so much. We figured out the world's problems.
I knew I had faith in all of you. Kozak, why are you on the horse?
Well, just in case maybe I have to make a quick escape if this thing's interested in mostly me. Because I think
Yeah,
it's still hanging around.
don't you give up the benefit of your tremor sense by having to be on the horse?
This thing is
Well,
here. It's here. We just can't see it. It keeps knocking Zed over, and Kozik keeps feeling it right next to him. And the thing is here. We just can't see it, but it's here.
I believe
Hey,
you.
also, hold on. Hush, hush, hush. Sorry. Niavara, you got big ears. Listen, do you hear a
Thanks.
melody or some sort of?
Hmm, a melody.
Aye,
And
when we
she'll
were
like
out here and
sort of
it was
focus.
quiet for a moment, and I caught it just sounded like something off in the distance.
You do not. Belgian barely makes out something less than what Zed made out.
I do hear something.
Ah, okay, so it's not just in my head. And he's gonna kind of glance over to Sorry, um, in like so I guess I wasn't just hearing things, you know?
Oh, I never thought you were, mate.
Well, no, I thought maybe it could have just been in my head,
Right? I know. I hear you.
but interesting. And yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
what.
sure we're still getting stalked by the whatever that creature was that grabbed Kozik, but it's not done anything yet.
And we're wondering, like, are we? Is there some kind of bleed through, like from either a spiritual realm, or from another time of this town, or something? Because things are here, but they're not here. It's really confusing
Just so you guys get a
and
full view of that
uncertain too. We don't
amazing
know. Like,
artwork.
is it going to come right out and try to get Kozik again? We don't know, or any of us.
Professional artist.
It's not feeling particularly safe.
Also, did you put all the stuff back together? What were you doing?
Um, yes, we've put things back together.
Yeah, we've been having a good go at it actually.
What have you put back together?
Um, we've been in 4 of the rooms.
Oh,
Right.
all right.
And what have you put back together?
Well, it's mostly just been like, a handful of things. It's not been anything like specific. Kind of weird,
Now,
actually.
why is she lying to us?
You don't know that.
I'm OOC. Why is she lying to us? Hmm. So you've put things together, but nothing specific. Like in the first room, it was like scales, like draconic scales.
Well, it was
But in
actually
these other,
walls, to be clear.
right? But didn't they have shapes of or the feel of scales?
I mean, like once they were all together, they sort of evoked it. Yeah, kind of.
So
More
these
trying to
other
say like the
four
actual
rooms,
piece that we've been putting together haven't really felt like anything.
none, no, all four rooms, you've put something together, but it's nothing recognizable.
I mean, I wouldn't like to be clear, like the actual thing that they're making doesn't really feel recognizable to me.
I honestly, if they would have had something like weird happen, they probably would have come and told us.
Yeah, we would have
Um,
absolutely come running.
Mm.
well, and so what's been odd is like nothing's really happened out here, though, except for Koza getting kind of weird feelings every once in a while, and
And you smacking into
I have a
something twice.
well, yeah,
It is
I
kind
don't
of
know.
dark.
That's a little frustrating. Zed's gonna mage hand one of uh the rubble pieces from the statue and just kind of like float it up in the air. It's really odd that these have sort of matching scales as what we saw in that first room. And you all were saying that you were kind of like rebuilding the other rooms like we did before, but there's nothing weird to it. And nothing out here's really changed. I was under the impression that maybe the statue's like tied to these buildings in some way. And that's why it's got the sort of matching scales on it, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, you're very much aware that there are other buildings that you haven't explored yet.
So should we all split up and like repiece together these rooms, or you feel like that's a waste of time?
Well, why don't we all go together with them to finish putting things together? And because there is something like strange going on, maybe we should stick back together, eh?
Not a bad idea.
Well, yeah, true, but I'm just thinking you all weren't gone for too long, and you said you went in 4 different rooms. We still got what 10 more, so
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, like I think like leaving a couple people here. I'm sure Kozik would appreciate the break. Kozik and Sorry. At this point, like Vel and I are doing it like one a couple minutes each. We
We're
have hit.
making very efficient work.
We are extremely efficient.
well, I don't want to get in the way, like too many cooks in the kitchen type thing. But I could run off in a different room, and I promise I'm not gonna break anything.
Yeah, you're not gonna pull a me accidentally break a piece.
Was it an accident, or did you slam it on the ground?
It was an
Who's
accident
to
in how
say?
it happened.
Who's to say, right?
The
Accident,
actions of
schmaccident. The piano fell on their head. That's all we know.
who's to say what happened next?
It'd be like a
Didn't it
potted
work out
plant casting
okay?
fireball.
I mean, it would be an accident if it accidentally like killed someone who was like invisible in there. How are you to know that there was someone invisible in the room when you cast fireball in the room? You can
True.
intend to do something and still have an unintended accidental consequence of it.
Oh, of course.
Exactly.
So you want me to split off and go check another room, or stay here, or
Sure.
what?
Go ahead. You can go handle another room. If you'd like to start at the far end, we'll start at the close end and we'll meet in the middle.
Which is the far end, which is the close end?
So, and she'll point off. So the room that's directly behind where we currently are, where we first started, that's the room
Okay.
that's the far end. We're going to
You
sort
want me
of
to head
do a
there?
little kitty corner
All right.
right here.
Yeah,
We'll
he'll
start
stand
over
up.
here.
He'll stand up and kind of brush himself off. Well, make a lot of noise if you need help. Yeah. He's also gonna kind of like pat Kozik as he's standing up. Sorry you're not invisible anymore, mate. I kind of fucked that up.
Ah, it doesn't matter. I think this thing can see me regardless.
I think you're probably right, yeah.
But it is pretty fun though to be invisible. Anyhow, um, yeah. Well, I guess Sorry and I can go look at a different one, or we can go with you.
I would either, or I may, if stay here, whatever, you know.
Stay here, keep an eye on the statue, make sure that nothing changes to it.
I
Because,
don't
like,
think we
something's
should stay
happening.
here by ourselves at the statue.
Why
Well,
not?
Not
both of you have got that
because
mighty
it's been
steed, so
after.
if you need to get to any of us, you probably can pretty easily.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what the need is to stay at the statue though.
Well, then go
Honestly,
put another puzzle together.
right? We could do that.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, you guys are keeping an eye, making sure that, like, if something's happening, like, the statue is where the nexus of things is occurring, right? There's all this change, there's all this stuff going on. And secondly, if we all three groups of us go off in separate directions, how are we supposed to know where to group back up? Grouping back up at the statue when things go wrong means that we know automatically there's someone at that specific location at that time. Zedrin and myself are doing like two separate things at other opposite ends of the area. But like if something goes wrong, we won't be able to locate each other quickly. As long as someone's at the statue, we'll be able to regroup with the group quickly. It's like you're like the lighthouse workers, if you will, even though we're in the dark.
Right.
Well, it seems like you'd really like us to stay here, so I guess we can do that and just stay on my steed here and be able to take off if we need to.
Like I
Zed's
said,
just gonna kind of stand up and he's gonna dust himself off again. Okay, we're gonna try this again. And he's gonna blink forward 30 feet before running off to this other building.
All right. Do your blink. So I know where you land.
So he'll kind of almost like comic book esque or cartoon esque, just get in a running pose, and as he takes this first step, he just
Do you,
disappears and then reappears.
do you put an arm in front of you, like almost like a bent elbow, and then the other arm behind you as you're like
Yeah, it's like
leaning down and say you look at the camera and say keep up.
it's very it's very much a like taking he's going from standing still he puts, 1 foot out, kind of like how a pitcher hikes up their leg when they're pitching. He's like got 1 foot really far up in the air, and he puts his opposite arm up like he's just going to take his first step into a full run, and as his foot comes down he just disappears and then appears
Fun.
in a full run is what I'm hoping is going to happen.
Which you do.
That's fun.
Okay.
But while you were in Shadow Step, give me a perception.
All right. Is it
I
disadvantage?
get a good one.
Nope. Not while in the stepping.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take a 21.
All right. And then finish your movement because this was all part of.
Yeah, he'd be. Where is it going?
So pretty much as Kozik disappears from your line of sight from dark vision, you are very confident that you could swear you see a pair of eyes, not even like not even a few feet from Kozik, and they seem, and like I said, millisecond, right? But those red orbs are right next to Kozik, and they seem to be only on Kozik, despite being on the back of the horse and Sorry being there. The like if you were to draw a line, it's like it's clearly looking directly. The triangulation would be to Kozik,
Mhm.
but then he disappears from your line of sight as you go outside of your 60-foot dark vision. And that's where we is a good wrap up point.
Okay.
I need to blow my nose.
Nice.
All right, all right. So, despite everything, we're still just like a second away from danger. At least I am.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm invisible. It's like, oh, it knows where you're there. Yeah, no one else is affected, but yeah, we'll see.
Interesting. And why is Niavara lying about what they're putting together? That's
I also
very
think
curious.
OOC, it was kind of funny that it was like, yeah, we're going to go do all the puzzles. It was like, we could all split up and just do all the puzzles.
They're like, no,
But
no, no,
the
no, it's
three of
okay.
us, well, no, it was even like at the very beginning, because I, I think I've kind of figured out what's going on, but I'm not going to say anything. And then I was like, if we really want to accomplish what I think it is, it would be best if they came back immediately and were like, we need to split up and do all these.
Right,
And we're just, the three of us are just sitting around at this
right,
fucking statue, not doing anything.
right.
But I don't know. It's fun still. And
No, it is, but it's like,
we
what?
got, I knew it was going to, based on the direction you guys were going, you guys were going to end up running into us anyway. So I was thinking, I was like, how are they going to try and avoid us and go do the rest of these rooms, or are they going to walk by and be like, oh, hey, what are you guys up to? Um, so yeah, Zed's going to run off and try and help. He has not been very helpful with the puzzle aspect of things though. So we'll see.
We
Yeah,
shall see.
totally. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, why are they lying? It's, gosh, I can't wait to see how this pans out.
Sometimes the lying is for fun.
Well, yeah, I guess, but like Kozik's in danger and stuff is going on, so I'm like, why would they just say? I mean,
I
but
think
anyway,
sometimes and this is not, I'm not putting words in anyone's mouth, but um for instance, in this specific situation, when we know we're being watched and there's eyes like literally glued to Kozik and
right.
all of us, not necessarily outwardly explaining everything that you're figuring out
Mm,
isn't a bad thing.
uh-huh.
Um and like Niavara and Zed if we really needed to be secret, we could use thieves' cant.
Mhm.
You know, I think it's also interesting too because when we first got to this place a couple sessions ago, we were all making light of the situation of like, yeah, there's a looming presence that's watching us. Oh, big deal. You know, it's like this happens everywhere we go now. And it is just kind of funny that, like, what did we say? We're getting the bizarre is mundane now. It's just kind of like,
Mhm.
yeah, this is normal. So it's kind of interesting. I can see it making sense that our characters would be, we were very serious about getting out of here when we thought that Kozik was in danger. But curiosity has got us back here, and it's like, yeah, we're on the cusp of danger all the time. That's not really off-putting. And so it's an interesting place to be, like as a character. But yeah, I think Zed's on alert, but he's not really worried. Um,
Mhm.
so and
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think
if kind of
if we're not taken by surprise, I mean, it's like we can fight whatever it is, but we might get taken by surprise, or me get taken by surprise at any point anyway.
right.
So
I think too, it's like we're expecting a surprise. We don't know what it's going to be, but it's like,
right,
we know something is looming. So it's almost as if there's a sense of comfortability that you're prepared for something. You don't know what it is, so how
The,
prepared can you be? But
the surprise is either going to originate in the room where the two groups meet, or it's going to originate at the statue.
that's the assumption as well. Yeah, true. Um, yeah, this is interesting too because it's like I've been trying to figure out. I don't know if this has a connection to the Queen of Air and Darkness or if this is just something completely different. Um, but yeah, fun session.
Yeah.
yeah, right on.
Mystery abound.
Hey, just to this is just random, but anybody
All right. All right. So, whoop. All righty. So, with that, close that out. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. It took them a good hour or so to decide to go left rather than right. But, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you let them work it out. Uh, or let them get frustrated enough with themselves to pick one. Um, but yeah. So, for those of you on the Ubles Toobles, we do this over on Twitch, Twitch TV/cubed222. We do this every Tuesday at 7:30 Pacific, give or take 10 minutes. Um, uh, um, so tomorrow, our last session are for our Wednesday game. That's going to be at 5:30 Pacific. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Uh, but yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever's in between for you. And I will catch y'all's again soon. And hopefully with fewer sniffles. I don't think I have a temperature, but I got the sniffles. Yeah. Doo- doo. We'll see what shenanigans they get into next week. I mean, I already know, but we'll see what they discover and how much they discover, because that will drastically change their interpretation of things, I surmise. But anywho. That's all for now. And oh, I got the cough. Okay, before I get too sniffly and coughy into the mic. Until next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Try not to party too hardy. And if you split the party, well, hope you roll well. Anywho, until next time, I'm out. Peace.